Steve Schneider, with me for the last 19 years, we figured out.
Yeah, we did. I usually can't count that high, but yeah, it's been quite a while. It just flies by. It seems like only
19 years ago.
Yeah, no problem.
Tonight's pregame show brought to you by our friends at Old Kinderhook. Great time of year. I love sweater weather golf. You know, it's a great time to get out and enjoy the beautiful fall foliage and everything else they've got going on. Course is in great shape over there.
Oh, it's a perfect time of year, too, to get out there and enjoy it, okay? I've got a tournament coming up down there, I think, here in a few weeks.
Yeah?
I'm going to have to start practicing. Get down, hit a couple
buckets.
You
better do something different.
Well, yeah. They bring me in just for the putter.
Make a putt,
I don't even get out of the cart at the tee box.
Well, you and I both. So.
Yeah, so we just do it that way.
Our title sponsor in tonight's contest is Hewlett Automotive in Camdenton. Great quality products. Chevrolet, Buick, GMC. Got to like those guys over there. They do a great job.
Yeah, they do.
We get our cars serviced over there all the time, and they're just so friendly, so kind. You know, they're always making sure you got a cup of coffee. My wife does most of that. I don't do it, but she does, and she's always happy to take it over there.
She's a lot easier to be nice to. I mean, just face it.
They probably treat her better than me too. But
no doubt. But anyway, exciting time for the Camdenton Lakers. A little bit of a rough start to the season last week, Denny. It just come up a little short. There's a few mistakes, some penalties, and the one turnover. But Camden was in it the whole time. Tough opponent tonight in the Branson Pirates. 10-1 last year.
Steve, not to beat this up, but there were 3 drop balls last week, and I know these kids, if they could have had that play over again, they make those catches. 2 would have went for 6, another one for a critical first down late in the third quarter, and I just say the drops killed them. They got to clean that up this year.
Yes, they do, and I'm sure Coach Pitts worked on that this week, and that's it. Just against a team like the Branson Pirates, they were 10-1 last year. Now they did lose their home opener last week or I guess they were on the road, I think, Harrison, Arkansas, which is a big school and a tough school. But they lost that. They were in it, tied all the way into the fourth quarter, and just couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
But so look for them to match their record from last year. They're going to have to win the rest of their games, starting with this one. So they came to play. Kids look tough. They're down there warming up on the field, and it's going to be a tough matchup tonight.
Not only is tonight's game on Mix 92.7 Sports, but also on MoSportsZone.com. It's catching on. Want to thank our friends and marketing partners over at Papo's Pizzeria in Camdenton. They're streaming the game tonight along with the Chiefs game. So they'll be watching Camdenton and the Chiefs at Papo's in Camdenton.
Tell me why we're not down at Papo's right now with the microphones and the hotspot. We could be watching the broadcast.
I had an idea.
And pizza. Of course, the burgers here are not bad here at Camden.
I like being here. Okay, first of all, I like being here. And I know this is going to mess you up, being a Chiefs fan, and I know you're recording.
No, that's okay.
We're giving updates.
Yeah, I know you are. I'm not going to just give fake ones. I don't want to believe it.
We'll just make it up as we go like we do
the
normal
the
game.
Chiefs down in Sao Paulo, Brazil tonight. And it's considered an away game, which that's about as away as you can get. So we'll see. The picks are favoring the Chiefs, but not by much. It could be it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, and the NFL is hard to keep up with.
Yeah,
you're in Sao Paulo, Brazil, on Apple TV or YouTube TV, and they're exchanging rights to all these different high-profile games.
All you need to know is run down to Papo's right now. If you're not at the stadium, go down to Papo's in Camdenton. You'll be able to watch the Lakers and the Chiefs.
If you don't want to sit out in the rain tonight, it's kind of
well, I mean, like I said, if you don't come to the game, head down to Papo's.
Yep.
They got great pizza. They got the one up in Osage Beach that I go to.
Osage Beach is airing the Osage Indians and the Chiefs.
Oh, see, there you go.
So all on MoSportsZone.com. We appreciate it. This thing's starting to catch on. Have you heard
it? Is. Well,
I'll
tell you what, you're doing a great job. And Ricky, I don't know how he makes all these wires and stuff work. And
he does.
And it's it's one of those. But he does a great job with the engineer, for all this stuff, and it really is handy. I know my son still watches Osage games up in Kansas City. If he's got nothing going on a Friday night, he'll pop it open and he'll watch it. William likes to, my grandson.
Oh, that's your grandson. You always got to say,
well, I got to.
Hi, William. Go ahead.
He pays me $5.
Go ahead.
$5 a mention comes out of his little piggy bank. So, but anyway.
But you're putting 20s in, so it really works out for him. He's doing just fine.
If you didn't point that out. Yeah. But, no, this is going to be good. Like I said, tough matchup. We have every ability to win this game, Denny. It's just going to be mistake-free. We don't need the penalties. We had some penalties last time that were key and came at the wrong time. The one turnover, obviously, we're driving for the end zone and turned the ball over. The interception that really wasn't Machino's fault. It just kind of went right through the hands of the receiver, and they had a guy in the right spot at the right time. So, get rid of a bunch of those mistakes, and I think we got it. Really
we just got to clean it up.
Yep,
we got it, and a lot of that first game jitters last week. You started slow, and it just started snowballing.
Yep,
you had a little bit of an issue with one mistake, snowballed into another, and a couple of penalties, like you had said. There was another catch that was actually made, would have been good for 6, and it got called back because of a hold.
Yeah. So those are the things that we need to get better at, Denny. And just talking with the gentleman before we went on air that, I think we're ready to go down to the field.
Sean Machino standing by, our sideline reporter and newest member of the broadcast team. Standing by with Par Pitts, the head coach of the Camdenton Lakers. Go ahead, Sean.
Howdy, guys. Staying here with Coach Pitts. Got a beautiful night for football. We got some good weather, and it's a little wet, but it's not that windy. Hey, let's talk about us, our defense. We know these guys. They want to come in. They want to run the ball in that triple option. What are we going to do tonight?
Well, we got to establish a line of scrimmage as often as we can. They probably come off the football as hard as any team we've seen in probably 10 years. And so we've got to be able to battle that with our pad level and our aggressiveness, and we got to control that as often and as many times as we can throughout the night. And then play assignment football behind it, because they're going to run the triple, and we're going to have to be able to tackle the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch.
And when we were coaching, the number one thing that kills this offense, like you said, is the penetration, but you can't get penetration unless you get low and get that pad level. And then it's that 3-ball drill. Everybody has a ball, and it's assignment football the whole night. And you got to get that discipline. I always found it tough to do it in like 3 days, and because you're just spending all that time just getting it going. So do you feel like your guys got a good grasp on that tonight?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we had to prepare for it last year. We made adjustments, had a good second half last year against them. And we've had to do it throughout the years with Lebanon, and we just guys are running it, and it's a unique defense. I mean, you've got to be a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, and then tackling your responsibility, like you said.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: run, and then when are they going to try to catch you throwing it in the air?
I think if they find you in man, they're going to try to manipulate that. And I also think they only threw it 3 times in a loss last week, and they completed 1 and fumbled it. But as I was watching them here, they ought to throw it more. They're throwing it all over the place in pregame. But I mean, I would say if we stop the run, they're going to go to it pretty quick, because they do have a talented quarterback, and so I could see he can throw it. He's a good runner. So I think if they see a hole somewhere and we're overcommitting, they're going to try to attack it.
Okay. And then we'll turn over to the offensive side of the ball. Same game plan, got to establish a run, and that's going to open up other parts of our offense, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we got to clean up our penalties and not get behind the sticks. That really hurts you. And score in the red zone. We got to methodically be able to get into the end zone in the red zone, and that will help us in our case for sure.
Yeah. And we looked at that last week. I added a phase a few years ago. You got offense, defense, special teams, and discipline. And we did all right in some phases, but we didn't do too well in other phases. But we got that cleaned up this week, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked on it, and it's really owning that space between whatever happens to you and then whatever you do. You have to own that and not give it to the other team and lose your composure and give yards and all kinds of things. Yeah, we addressed it, and we're gonna deal with it. But we are humans, and we're gonna do our best to play for each other and own that space.
And it's an emotional game. Football is extremely emotional because you're playing out there for your brothers. But like you said, it's that space in your brain. If you can just lengthen that time between what you think and what you say, it would probably benefit us a little bit, benefit some of the kids, and you can't look at a couple kids and just judge the entire team. That's not what this is. But it's a great learning experience, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we come out with tonight, Coach. I appreciate your time, and good luck to you. Go Lakers, go Hogs.
Sean Machino with our sideline report, interviewing the head coach Par Pits brought to you by Jack's Sporting Goods, and that sideline update brought to you by HMI Fireplace. Steve, great night for football. I don't mind a little bit of rain.
No.
It's going to make things a little bit slippery down there for the kids. But, boy, it's sure you can see everybody out there in the jackets and the rain ponchos and the gear. They're not going anywhere.
No, huh? And, we'll take a minute to point out some of the positives from last week.
Yeah.
Tackles for loss. There was 7 tackles for loss that the Camdenton defense put up. And, with 3.5 of those coming from Paul Muff. So look for Paul to step up again on defense. Lucas Roth, he had 6 tackles last week. So defense, I think, is there. If you remember at the start of the game, the penetration that we were getting in and just the speed of the Laker defense is something that we need to have show up again tonight and work to our advantage. To
your point, Steve, when you've got a Paul Muff out there, a lot of times he gets double teamed. Mm-hmm. And Rios, I thought, had a really good game as well last week. And sometimes Rios gets double teamed and allows Paul Muff to get in there and penetrate the line of scrimmage and get those tackles for losses. So 2 key elements in that defensive line, Rios and
But that's going to be
Muff.
the thing, with Coach Pitts obviously studying the film before this game, saying, hey, they only threw 3 passes last week against Harrison, Arkansas. So we're looking for them to run the ball. And so as much as they're disguising the run, if we can get in there and we can disrupt that and get those tackles for losses again, put them behind the sticks, then we got a good chance of holding them, to as few points as we can. And that's what Camdenton's going to need to do tonight.
And, Steve, my recollection of Branson is their defense last year was just stellar. They're one of the better defenses that the Lakers saw all season long. And I don't look for anything to change there. It's the same nucleus, same core group coming back this year.
That's going to be mixing up the plays, Denny. And, when they get their penetration and they're coming after you, we got to have the quick releases. We got to have the quick dives up the middle, something to be able to do an in-game adjustment.
I know we're armchair quarterbacks, but what's one thing you would like to see the Lakers do differently this week?
I'd like to see him go to the tight end more. Okay, I think he had 1 or 2 drops, as we're talking about Bryce Branson, but we have a distinct. I don't know how he matches up against Branson, up against the Pirates, but that kid is big. That kid is big. He gets open, and if he can just concentrate on catching the ball and then running after that, instead of taking his eyes off of it, I look to target him more in this game, especially with them getting the penetration, just some quick hitters out in the flat to the tight end.
They've got him at 6'4", 200, Steve. He looks bigger than that.
I think he was.
I don't think 6'4" catches it.
In a ditch when they took that.
I don't think 6'4" catches it, and I don't think that scale was.
Well, plus he's got a good
accurate
vertical leap, and we saw at the Jamboree, we saw last week. It's something that you can just see that. It's like he's a man among boys when he's out there, in traffic. And so I think we should try to take advantage of that a little bit more.
Sean Machino joins us back in the Kelly Sport broadcast booth. Got off of that sideline. Is it raining down there?
Oh, just a very, very light sprinkle is all it is, just enough to keep the ground a little wet. And but, it's beautiful temperature. I mean, got a slight breeze going out there, which is fine. You can see the flags waving a little bit. But, no, it's a beautiful night for football.
That really wasn't fair, was it? There's 51 steps to the press box. I count them. It's my thing.
Danny counts them
and I
every
swear,
time. Yeah.
The first year there was only 42. And I don't know why you keep adding steps, but I find them all.
Rain Man, huh?
Yeah.
Rain Man, see what I did there? Yeah.
It takes me long enough to get to the top where I go, well, what else is there to do? I'll count steps.
I'll count steps. Yeah. All right, good.
Well, great interview with Par Pitts.
That
turned out very nice and covered some good topics for us here tonight. And it's always I love hearing you two talk because you both have such a good knowledge of the game and you know each other. Mm-hmm. And it's easy for you to converse.
Yeah, it's been 5 years. I think he's been coaching for 8. I think, and so I have been coaching for 3, and so we got 5 good years. And he and I coach the line together, and very knowledgeable, and he builds relationships really well, and does a great job. Just I love talking football with him.
Boy, it's hard for you to step away, isn't it? Being involved as much as you were.
It seems the first couple of years it wasn't it wasn't too bad because the assistant principal job is a big job, and I didn't have time to think about much of anything else. And it's almost like as time goes on, I'm like, I feel the pull. I feel the pull back to coaching.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick time out and join in the national anthem. Be back in 3 minutes right here on Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
When disaster strikes, count on the one team that can restore your home and give you peace of mind. U.S. Disaster Restoration. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week emergency service. They're the team you can trust in one phone call. 573-552-1972. They specialize in water, mold, fire, trauma, and storm damage. 573-552-1972. A proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. U.S. Disaster Restoration. Look them up online and Facebook.
Your ultimate getaway is at Camden on the Lake, Lake Ozarks Party headquarters. Catch free outdoor concerts every Friday and Saturday at the Horny Toad. Then head inside at sunset for more live music at H-Toad's Bar and Grill. Sip cocktails at the Swim Up Pool Bar. Soak in the hot tub and vibe to DJs spinning all weekend long. Want VIP treatment? Rent a private cabana and unwind in style. Book yours at 573-365-5620. Camden on the Lake, where the music never stops.
Fiber Steel Boat Lifts, delivering quality boat lifts that won't sink your budget for over 35 years. Proudly backing our Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians, Fiber Steel covers the entire lake. Military discounts? You bet. Easy online shopping at lakeboatlifts.com? Absolutely. Or just tell your smartphone to call Fiber Steel Boat Lifts. There's only one, just past Bridal Cave on Old 5. Look for the palm trees. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call, click, or come in. Fiber Steel Boat Lifts. They've got your boat covered.
Oh man, look at this bozo. He thinks he's gonna have a day at the lake with his family.
Wait till they see what we built last night, dude!
He thinks his lake home is nice.
And he thinks he's like master angler.
Oh please, I caught 7 moths last night.
Alright dude, here he comes.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get in his mouth, dude.
Welcome to the lake, dude!
Nasty lake spiders on your dock? Not your friend. Your friend in the pest control business is Steve with Steve's Pest Control.
I'm Steve, your friend in the pest control business. Pests are relentless and persistent. That's why they're called pests. When any of my crew from Steve's Pest Control come to solve your pest problem, the problem will be solved. I guarantee it.
Now you got a friend in the pest control business, Steve's Pest Control.
Honey, what was that?
Ugh, a big branch just fell in the garage. No worries. I'll call Wet Tree Service.
Wet Tree Service is available 24/7 at 573-836-6103. Look them up online, Facebook, and read their Google reviews. Have Wet Tree Service give you a free quote or call if you have an emergency. 573-836-6103. One call will do it all. Wet Tree Service.
Football!
Take the field.
Game on!
Back to the Camdenton Lakers football pregame and kickoff show on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to the Kelly Sport broadcast booth. Denny Benny, Sean Machino, Steve Schneider standing by live. Got a good game for you tonight. Camdenton Lakers taking on the Branson Pirates. Went down to Branson last year. This is a very good football team, Steve.
Yes, extremely well coached, and they got some very talented kids on that team. A lot of starters coming back. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough game tonight.
Our pregame show is being brought to you by Old Kinderhook. You know them well, the trophy room for great food, nice dining down there, and a wonderful golf course. And you can buy a lot there and build, right?
Oh, yes, you can. I couldn't, but I can hire somebody to do it. Okay.
I know a guy.
Yeah, the judge was very specific. Okay, right. I'm not allowed to pick up a hammer. But anyway, the band I thought was great again, and this is the first time I think I've seen them bring the brass section right up here to the stands for the national anthem. It sounded great.
It looked more like a Hispanic outfit.
No,
is that right? No, they had the little cummerbunds on.
Yeah, the red uniforms
the
really
confused
ties. Him, especially the last two.
You're
both
playing,
teams had that same
Jeff
color.
City's red and black. Branson's red and black. And the band comes over here, they're red and black. I'm like, where am I?
Oh. Hey, but the color guard was in their green fatigues. And let me just shout it out because I didn't do it last week. Cadet Staff Sergeant Brevin Burnow, Cadet First Lieutenant Hannah Trandom, Cadet Captain Kai Kellenberger, and the Cadet Lieutenant Colonel is Devin McDowell. So thanks to them for all they do, and every week they show up and doing the color guard. They do a great job.
Another program that is on the rise.
Yes.
It's in early stages, maybe 7, 8 years, and I call that early stages.
Yeah,
but
sure.
It is getting a lot of kids.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, in the past few years, you've never had that many kids in fatigues down there.
No,
I mean,
absolutely
that
not.
is
No.
quite a representation. You probably got 25 kids down there in fatigues representing the country. And
Yep.
shout out to everybody in our armed services, past and present. Appreciate all your hard work you do to make this a great country, and we can enjoy Friday Night Lights.
I tell you what, don't ever take it for granted.
Nope.
A lot of times I do, and it's something that you got to remind yourselves. But those kids do a great job. You talk about past and present leaders in our country. Well, you're looking at future ones down there. So,
Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Steve and I both played armchair quarterback and said to each other, if there's one thing you'd like to see Camdenton do differently this week, what is it?
Probably, and I'm only saying this because, after down on the field and talking with a few coaches, Branson was susceptible to the deep ball last week.
Right.
And so probably mixing it up, throwing it in on first down or even a 2nd and 2, taking your shots, early. And that's going to loosen them up a little bit, because their front seven is pretty solid from what we understand. So we're going to have to, and even if you don't connect, it's still the threat of going deep like that is going to make them think.
a half a step. Yep.
Well, and Coach, last week we all saw it. There were 2 balls that were catchable balls that should have been 6 on a long route, whether it was a post route or a flag route. But both those balls off the fingertips of the intended receiver, and then 1 or 2 over the middle that should have been caught. And it's a different game last week.
Yeah.
Got to clean that up and make those catches this week.
Yep. And that's it. And that just more reps. And that'll come as the season comes along. They get a little bit more confident. It's the first game last week.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
It's a little different when you hear those footsteps, you're going to get you're going to get whacked in practice. They're taught not you go thud. You're going to give them a good thunk, but you're not going to take them to the ground and give them a big hit.
Well, as Camdenton Lakers go, I mean, you got to bounce back. You got to get yourself up, dust yourself off, and say, okay, it's week 2, and what's Par Pitt say? 1 game at a time, right? Just 1 week at a time.
Yeah, we just need to be 1-0.
1-0 after tonight.
Tonight.
That's right.
And you got to have, like, the golfer mentality, Jack Nicklaus, he was interviewed one time, and Jack Nicklaus said, never miss a putt on the 18th green of the last day of the tournament inside 3 feet. And this reporter said, 3 weeks ago you did. And he looked at him and goes, no, I didn't.
No, I did.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And that's
Goldfish.
You got to have that, put it behind you, move on, and you've got another opportunity tonight. Because as Bob Shore always said, you are only guaranteed 10 games in this season. Basketball, you get 25, 30 games.
Sure.
Baseball, 25, 30.
Right.
Football, 10. That's all you have.
Yep.
Why would you reserve? Why would you hold anything back for a night, like tonight? So hopefully our guys are ready to go and they come out and give it all they got.
Boy, I saw you talking to Coach Shore down on the sidelines. He's been quite an influence, hasn't
Wealth of knowledge right there.
Yeah.
And it's not just football, it's life. I mean, that's what made him so successful is he taught you about life through football. And that's why he is one of the greats. That's why everybody played so hard for him. And that's the key right there.
I interviewed Bob Shore last year, and I thought we were going to talk about football. And he spins it and starts asking me questions about business, and I was not ready. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to know all those, those things. And I knew about every radio station that we have in the corporation, and I'm just like, wait.
Yeah.
And Bob's 82, 83 now, isn't he?
Yeah.
In the ballpark?
Yeah, in the ballpark.
And I wasn't expecting him to come up there that sharp, and then he researched it. He had to have. You just don't know all of those things.
Yeah.
But, man, you talk about spinning me into the ground.
You got scouted.
Yep.
But you're right. He was he's knowledgeable about life in general and just, what it takes to make fine young men. And that's a very important part of this whole coaching careers that you people choose.
Yep, absolutely.
I remember coaches from high school, some better than others, but there's one I'll never forget. And nothing was 100%, it was 110. If you ran track, it wasn't a 100-yard dash, it was a 110-yard dash. Just that theme throughout everything he coached, whether it was football or basketball or track. And it's in the back of your head. Don't stop now. You got to keep pushing.
And how many years ago was that?
Oh,
yeah, exactly. But you still remember that, don't you?
It was
close to 50. Close to 50.
But that still stays with you.
Yeah, you're not going to remember the score of tonight's game
know.
20 years from now.
No.
But the impressions that the coaching staff and just your experiences, that's what you take with you. And that's the job. That's what the job of all this is. That's what all this is for.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, how many of these kids are going to play in the NFL? Probably none. Okay?
Exactly.
Right.
But the lessons that they learn and the experiences that they have here, that's what carries them through to be successful in life.
You got to be able to work with others in this world.
Yep.
And that's what you have to do out here on the field. You got to work with everybody out here on this field.
You bet.
Coach, I love your new sound system. Doesn't it sound great?
I think they've tuned it up even a little bit since last week. You know, I think it sounds really good, really clear, and they've done a great job of getting that in here.
Last year they had a blown speaker. You could tell. I mean, everything's This year it's just crystal clear.
Yep, absolutely.
Always making improvements at Camdenton. It's one of the premier football teams in the country. And I think we can say country when you look at this facility.
Absolutely. People love coming here and playing because it's a great atmosphere. I believe that we treat people the right way. When our opponents come in, we treat them the right way. We give them what they need. We're hospitable. We've got the best fans in the state. And, it's an advantage to be able to play here.
And you know that being hospitable is reciprocal. When you go to other places and you're representing the Camdenton Lakers, everybody go, hey, how you doing? Anything you need. And that's to us just because we have a purple shirt on.
Right.
But I'm just assured that that's what's going on with the teams, the locker rooms, and the coaching
Well, you
staffs.
got the broadcaster for the Branson radio station up here, and I'm having a brain – for not remembering his name, but he remembered us from last year down there, helped us out quite a bit, came up here, said he's been broadcasting for 39 years for the Branson Pirates. This is his first time at the Jaws of Death. First time that the Branson Pirates have been up here playing in this stadium. He had to give up the Doobie Brothers concert tonight because they're down in Branson playing. But he was really looking forward to it and says all the first impressions that he's had is just phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's 2 weeks in a row. The Jeff City Jays had never played in Camdenton until last week.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Well, they were always a different class, as you explained to me last week.
Right, yeah. So we're getting some firsts.
But this
year,
this stadium and this venue, it shows very well to the visitors. Plus the staff. Okay, your athletic director all the way down, coaching staff, all the people. They do a great job.
Yep.
Coach, they add these like little rubber pellets to the field down there, don't they? You can see some of the black pellets on the white lines down there.
Whenever it rains, it kind of brings that up. But they also probably brushed it today, which brings all that up. And so they brush it. They get all those pellets in the washer as they go, and then it drops them back out clean. So bacteria and stuff like that doesn't grow on it. And plus, we got the elementaries out here, so you need to brush that to keep that grass standing tall. So they do once again. Our maintenance does a great job of keeping up our facilities.
Well, A to B to Z, right?
Absolutely.
Everybody does their job, and that's what makes it such a great place to play. We're going to have every game for you for the Camdenton Lakers, the Osage Indians. Eldon Versailles is a split schedule. Bolivar Liberators is a complete schedule, and every game in Bolivar as well as Waynesville and Rolla and Warrensburg we added this year. So you don't have to go looking around because we're going to probably be exclusive for most of the games, I would say, Steve. As far as the live streaming video and audio goes, I think one of our friends down the road might be here tonight, maybe one more game. But we'll have all 10 of them for you. Steve and I get to travel and go to all these different stadiums and enjoy the night and watch the Camdenton Lakers tee it up wherever they go. So a lot of restaurants are picking up on this, Coach, and they're starting to air it on Friday Night Lights. They're putting MoSportsZone on their smart TVs in the restaurants, and people.
We were saying before air, Papo's right here in Camden. They're broadcasting.
Are they?
They're streaming the Lakers game and the Chiefs game at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I think Lakers is on the bigger TV. That's what I'd say. That's what I'm saying right now, without actually being there. But that's what I would do. I would put the Lakers on the big screen.
Yep.
And then that Mahomes, whatever his name is. Yeah, just put him over there on the side.
You know, Chris Galloway does a good job with those restaurants. He's also got the Osage Indians featured on his Osage Beach store with the Kansas City Chiefs. So he's involved in the community.
Yes,
he wants to make it as much a part of the community as he can with that restaurant, or those restaurants, I should say. I think he's up to like a dozen or something.
Wow. Yeah. You know, but I mean, it's awesome. You know, I mean, my dad, he'll be 77 on Sunday. He comes down to the game. He goes, you know what? It's raining. I don't want to get on those slick bleachers. Guess what? He turns it right here to MoSportsZone and sits out there on the deck and watches some football.
Well, happy birthday,
Mr.
Dad.
Machino. Love it.
That's right.
Looks like we got the captains for Camdenton out there. They've got Paul Muff and Sean Hasker out there at midfield for the coin toss.
Hasker got some touches last week. He'll be the running back tonight. Now, along with Carter Butts, isn't he? Getting
Carter
some
Butts,
time, some touches tonight.
We might see Brody Reese maybe, get some touches, and Carter Butts and Hasker, probably Burns. Burns going to get some touches as well, I'd say. So we'll see what we come
Keep
in.
Keep guessing, mix it up.
Yeah, I think we'll see maybe a little bit different. A wrinkle. I'm anticipating a wrinkle tonight, and maybe the running back being right next to the quarterback in shotgun. You know, last week they had that H-back more close to the line to help protect. We might move him back and maybe do some type of runs out of shotgun, quarterback and running back runs. So, you know, as I'm out here supervising my kids, keep that in mind.
All right, looks like Branson won the toss. They deferred, so we're going to see Camden's offense first.
So Camdenton will be on the offensive. Steve and I will have the call for you. And we'll just go ahead and keep it here, Steve. We talked right through that break, so we'll go ahead and keep it at Camdenton High School live. Both teams huddled up along the sidelines, getting their final instructions from their coaching staff. Love having Sean Machino in the booth with us.
He just adds another whole dimension to it, didn't he? I mean, you and I just kind of make stuff up, but he knows what's going on.
I mean, look at the reresearch I've done. I've highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names.
Yeah, who highlighted that for you? Well, let's not get into that, right, boss? Okay.
That's why you make the big money.
Exactly. Got to talk about my car service. Okay.
There you go. Rory Weber getting set to kick it away for the Branson Pirates. And back deep to receive, Carter Butts will be one return man. And Brody Reese. Here comes the kick from Weber. Weber wrapped heavily on that left wrist. Looks like he might have dinged it.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Taking a long time to approach the football, and finally, this is a deep kick. It'll come down at about the 7. Take a bounce right off of Brody Reese into the end zone. Yeah, that's a touchback. They'll spot it at the 20. Lakers' first possession at the 20-yard line, just underway here if you just joined us. Tonight's game's being brought to you by Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton. First quarter brought to you by First Bank of the Lake. And it'll be Machino, the quarterback, with Carter Butts behind him. Wideouts to both sides. First play. Butts right through the line of scrimmage. Nice little juke move at the line, and he picks up 4, maybe 5 yards on first down. I'll take that every first down.
Absolutely.
Nice little move by Butts right at the line of scrimmage. Made the first man miss and picks up 5. Second down and 5.
You can see he's kind of patient, waited for the blocks in the lane to open up. Didn't just run full headlong into the line.
It didn't look like the Lakers had any issue opening up that hole, Steve.
Yeah.
I was impressed that they were able to open it up like that. Cover 2 defense by Branson. Machino goes under center. I formation behind him. Second man gets the call. That's Butts again, I believe, on the left side this time, and he picks up 2 or 3 more. So it brings up third down and short yardage Ball will be spotted at about the 29-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 1. Nice start for the Lakers. Ball control. And just chipping away here. Butts is getting off to a good start. And that offensive line, Steve.
Yeah, no, and you can see Butts just kind of, sliding up and down the line of scrimmage, finds his hole and pops through. I like it.
Machino under center, quarterback keeper, got the first down and more. 3-yard pickup out to the 32-yard line. And it moves the chains for the Camdenton Lakers.
What a great call and great execution, Denny. He was through the line before they realized he still had the ball.
First down brought to you by Pacific Pools. You want to start thinking about closing down your pool yet?
Not yet. We wait till it freezes over.
Wait until the ice skates come
yeah,
out.
Exactly.
Huh? All right, Machino goes to the shotgun, brings a man in motion, and too much motion. Flags fly. That's going to go against Camdenton.
Yeah.
Illegal procedure, the call, and it'll cost them 5. First down, 15 now, back to the 27-yard line. And those are the mistakes we talked about, Steve, in the outset in our pregame show. It's just, you got to clean it up. Last week they had way too many penalties at crucial times, but starting out first and 15 is a lot different than first and 10.
Yes, it is,
Machino,
especially against this team.
Out of the shotgun. Spreads 3 to the right side himself. A quarterback design play.
Go.
Good strong runner out across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. And after first down and 15, it's 2nd down and 2. Actually, a gain of 14 as they started out first down and 15. So 2nd down and a yard. Machino's got good quicks. Make no mistake. These quarterback draws for the Camdenton Lakers are design plays. There's your first down, a 2-yard pickup right through the line of scrimmage. And the Hogs doing a good job up front.
I didn't catch a number on that one, Denny.
I think it was Hodges. Jaden Hodges, maybe? Built kind of low to the ground. They use him more so as a fullback, Steve, and he was just barreled through there. Yep. First down and 10. That's hard-nosed football. And a big sack. This one's going to cost the Lakers 5 or 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There was nowhere for Butts to go on a blitz by the Branson Pirates. So they'll spot the ball at the 39-yard line at a 2nd down 15. Lakers yet to throw, but they've been having their way on the ground, so why? It's a little bit different set of downs here, though. 2nd down 15. Machino goes under center, I formation behind him, and he fakes the handoff. Kind of a broken play, bobbled it, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was not what they wanted out of that.
No, you can see him bobble it. The ball kind of popped out of his hands by the time he gathered it up, and then he slipped a little bit on the turf as he's trying to make his cut up the middle, so I think the weather got to him that time.
He just joined us. No score yet. 8:24. Camdenton Lakers and the Branson Pirates. The first drive of the night. And the Lakers eating some clock. This is the toughest possession of this series. 3rd down and 15 now. Trips to the right. Machino to throw. He's got a man open over the middle. Ooh. Big rush. And Machino escapes a tackle. But caught. Now he spins away from another tackle. Now he cuts it up the middle. What a great run by Machino, still on his feet to get back past the original line of scrimmage to the 47-yard line. All Machino on that one. Should have been tackled for a big loss 3 different times and eluded the tackler. Great 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort by Michael Machino.
He was running for 45 seconds, Danny. That was crazy.
So it's 4th down and 8. And they're going to show the look like they're going for it. Maybe they can draw Branson off sides here on a hard count. And they got him.
Did.
There he did.
Boy, and then he gave a little shove to the lineman, too, in frustration. You could call A personal foul. He gave him a little shot to the head.
I don't think it was anything that was certainly not like last week.
No.
That's more of a love tap.
Yes.
So it's 4th down and 3, a little more makeable here.
Yeah, especially if you get him to jump again. But now you're into that part of the field where it makes sense to go ahead and try for it.
That's a big mistake for the Branson Pirates. You had him stopped. Machino under center. Ooh, had him almost to jump again. Now he steps away from the line of scrimmage, walks toward the sideline. They'll take a timeout. Timeout brought to you by the Ed Schmidt team at eXp Realty. This is Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
HMI Fireplace is here to serve your community and promote local youth sports programs. It's in HMI's history to keep your home safe and to be on the ball when winter strikes. Come into HMI Fireplace and let them write up the best defense for Old Man Winter today. Look them up online at HMIFireplaceShop.com or give them a call.
No one warns you like HMI.
This is Camdenton Lakers Football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Camdenton High School. Denny Benny and Steve Schneider. Sean Machino will join us at halftime for his expert commentary as always. First quarter action being brought to you by First Bank of the Lake. Tonight's featured sponsor, Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton.
Big play, not to oversell it, but this is a key moment early in the game, Danny.
4th down and 3. Machino takes the snap, hands off, Butts. Got the first down to the 45-yard line, and that'll move the chains. Butts has that little jiggle at the line of scrimmage. Check, that wasn't Butts. Who was that coming in there? Burns.
Was it Burns?
Braden Burns on the carry. Looked an awful lot like Butts because he kind of stutter-stepped at the line of scrimmage and waited for his blocking, Steve, that you brought attention to a little bit earlier. Did a nice job of following his blocks. This drive for the Lakers is eating some clock. We're down to 6:30 in the first quarter. Lakers yet to throw. Got to keep them honest, but as long as your run game's working, go with it. And again, Burns tripped up this time at the line of scrimmage. Second down 10.
Well, how critical was that scramble by Machino to net just some positive yardage instead of probably a 10-yard loss on this drive?
Oh, it was huge. And then for him, the hard count to get him to draw him off sides, kept this drive alive. Those are things you're going to need to have happen. Machino to throw. Wide open, caught at about the 40. Check that 37-yard line inside the 40. Throw and catch good for 7, and it's 3rd down and 3. It was Chase Herron on the reception. It was wide open. Nice route. Little button hook, came back to the ball.
And he was wide open, didn't he?
Lakers still moving the football. 3rd down and 3 now. Machino under center. Will hand off. Second man through. Trying to get to the corner now. That's Butts, and he picks up a yard. 4th down and 2. Boy, they didn't give him anything on that run, Steve. He leaned forward. Yeah, he got a yard on that carry, and the official on the near side of the field said he got a yard. Far side of the field marked it at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was
so 4th down and 3. Lakers going to go for it here. Maybe a hard count by Machino. Nope, going for it. Straight up the gut. And it is a first down.
Nice.
Hasker on a 3-yard run keeps the chains moving. 1st down and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He didn't make it by much, but it was all him, Denny. Okay, it looked like he was 3 yards tall because he got hit early, but then kept the legs pumping and leaned over. And we got a good spot that time.
Well,
again, I thought he might have been just a tad short, but
give some credit to that offensive line, though, Steve. They're making some holes there. And the running backs just got to bide their time and pick their way through it. It's there. Trips. Check out wide to the right side. Machino in the shotgun. Brings Butts in motion. And another time, the same play, somebody's jumping on the left side of the line. Illegal procedure, the call against the Lakers. It's the same play when they put Butts in motion from right to left. I don't know if he's stepping toward the line of scrimmage too soon before the ball is snapped, but the timing is off.
I didn't see anybody on the line, but, the motion man went and he kind of stopped, and I don't know. Hard to tell.
First down and 15 now for the Lakers. 4 minutes left in the first quarter, being brought to you by First Bank of the Lake. Machino hands off left side and sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Butts, no room, loses a yard. Second down, 16. Let's go to the air.
I think we're going to need to, Denny.
Brody Reese checks into the ball game. He's one of the wideouts, so it looks like we might go 3 wide on the open side of the field. Butts will check in as a wide receiver, joined out there by Lucas Routh. Machino out of the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Got time. Rolls out to his right. Looking deep. Got a man open. That's Routh. Oh, a lot of contact. A lot of contact right there at the goal line. No flag.
I think there was a lot of he just ran through the receiver. Now he was looking back for the ball, but the defender was still.
They've changed that rule, Steve, where you don't have to look back at the ball, and he was waving his arms in Routh's face the whole time, but he didn't make contact, and that's the new ruling on the pass interference. I thought he made some contact at the goal line. That was my complaint. Third down, 16. Machino out of the shotgun. Same formation, trips right. Got time this time. Steps up, and he's going to run it himself across the 35 to the 31-yard line. It's not going to be enough, but you're 4th down and 6 at the 30. I go.
Oh, yeah.
Lakers, I think, are up to the task tonight. I really do. They're looking good up front. My concern was Branson was so tough on that defensive line last year. I don't know if a couple of the kids had graduated or not, but, boy, the Lakers are doing a nice job.
Hey, absolutely, Danny. They're holding their own. You're making some holes.
4th down and 6. Trips right. Machino out of the shotgun again. Quick snap. And a big rush. Machino escapes one tackle. Cuts back across. He may get this first down on his own across the 15. Still on his feet. Never did go down, but finally bounced out of bounds at the 12. And Machino lets everybody know that's a first down.
Another 4th down conversion.
How many times has this kid got hit? And that's strength.
Yes.
That is weight room right there. That is all his time he has put in over the summer to take those shots. And if you'll notice, Steve, people are bouncing off of Machino. First down and 10 at the 11. And whistles. Too many whistles from the sideline. Something along the line of scrimmage. What is it? Offsides against Branson. We'll take that. Second down, or check that, first down and 5 at the 6-yard line. Inside the Winter Shelton red zone now. Knocking on the door. Lakers have just obliterated the time on the clock in this first quarter. First possession of the game, we're down to 2:14 left in the quarter. Machino sends trips out wide to the right side. Brings a man in motion.
That was us.
Third time.
I think we just gave him back the 5 yards.
Yeah. Illegal procedure. That is the third time we've run this play tonight, and every time we've had an illegal procedure call. And I got to believe it's the motion man that's making his move toward the line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped.
Yeah, something's out of sequence there, Denny, and typically it's on first down when we're getting that penalty. So, it is that same play, and they need to have a little chat.
First down and 10 from the 11. Machino on a dive play right up the middle. Nice run by Hasker. Picks up 6. Maybe 7 yards on the carry. And it's going to be second down and short. Call it 3.
A good quick opener up the middle, keeping that line for the Pirates, keeping them honest.
That was just a dive play.
Yeah.
Hasker was through the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And the line was actually past him.
They had to chase him down from behind, Denny.
Second down 3, ball inside the 5-yard line in the Winter Shelton red zone. First down was brought to you by Pacific Pools. Machino tries it on his own on a quarterback sneak and picks up 2. Halfway there, third down and 2 now at about the 3-yard line. Oh, no, he did better than that. That's a good spot. Third down and 1.
They can get the first down without getting the touchdown, so you're looking at they're going to take 2 tries at it, Denny, if they don't get it this time. Barring some kind of big penalty or a sack.
Heron checks out wide to the right side. They're going to go with a dive play right up the gut. I don't think he got it, Steve. Turned away.
Yeah.
Hodge on the carry. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but he was hit as soon as he took the handoff.
They're going to mark it at the 2, just outside the 1, it looks like.
Boy, it can't get any closer.
No.
Half a yard.
Yeah.
Fourth down, half a yard. Lakers have been doing a great job on these fourth down conversions the entire drive. We're down to 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Great quarter for the Camdenton Lakers. Under 20 now, down to 15 left on the clock in the first quarter. It's been all Lakers. Machino picks up the first, gets a big push. Give it to him. I thought he went across the goal line. They're going to see.
There it is.
Touchdown,
there it is.
Lakers. What a great drive to start the night.
Holy cow.
Camdenton gets on the board first. 6-0 Lakers. Boy, how many shots did Machino take on that series, on that entire drive, and keep drives alive using his feet? That was a special drive for Michael Machino. Lakers on to attempt the extra point now. Good hold, kicks up, and kick is good. 7-0 Lakers at the end of the first quarter. We'll have the second quarter for you when we return. This is Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
Are you looking for a dream home? Whether it's a waterfront property, luxury home, condo, or commercial development, you need a real estate team that knows the area inside and out. You need your favorite real estate team, the Ed Schmidt Team. The Ed Schmidt Team is a group of award-winning realtors who are passionate about helping you find your perfect property. They have the expertise, experience, and enthusiasm to make your real estate journey a smooth and successful one. Contact them today at favoritelake.com. Your favorite real estate team, the Ed Schmidt Team, powered by eXp Realty. Let's get back to the action of Camdenton Lakers football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to the Kelly Sport broadcast booth at Camdenton High School. Denny Bunny, Steve Schneider has a scoring recap.
I tell you what, Denny, that's one of the most impressive drives I've seen from the Lakers since we've been doing this. 22 plays, taking the entire first quarter, 12 minutes on the drive. Machino with the 1-yard run, but there was just all kinds of spectacular plays, up and down the offense. The line, got to give it to them, just great. The scramble by Machino, getting them to draw sides. It just a good way to start this game and to make a statement against the Pirates. We'll see what the defense can do now.
Machino got help from his offensive line, little tush push as they call it there at the end, to get him across the goal line because he got stood up. And everybody helped get him into the end zone. But, man, what a great series for Michael Machino. Strong kid, took hit after hit after hit and kept bouncing off people en route to a touchdown at the end of that drive. Little squibber will bounce at about the 25-yard line, go out of bounds at the 16, so they'll bring it back. Second quarter being brought to you by American Sun Control. Can you believe we're in the second quarter? It's 20 after 7. We're in the second quarter.
When's the last time we saw one drive take a whole quarter?
I have never seen that. I mean that sincerely.
I do too. I'm trying to think back, and I've never seen it where they take the entire quarter.
I mean, I've seen him score on a first possession, but never a first possession that took the entire 12 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah. Now defense has got plenty of rest. Now it's time to put a stop to the Pirates here.
Pastrana, the quarterback, will go under center. Brings a man in motion, and flags fly. Little illegal procedure on them as well as they were cutting toward the line of scrimmage.
45 for Branson. He was open there in the flat. Of course, that was after the whistle.
Oh, this is going to go against Camdenton. Excuse me. I thought I saw some movement on the Branson offensive line, but apparently not. So Pastrana is one of these quarterbacks that will squat down so low his helmet rests on the backside of the center, and he's kind of hard to keep up with. You don't know who's got the ball. Gain of 4 on that carry.
That was 27 Smith Quigg on that one, Denny. Good speed.
Yeah, Quigg looks like he could get dangerous in the open field.
Yep.
So Pastrana and Quigg, man comes in motion. Boy, did they get Camdenton to jump?
Yeah. I thought he got back. There was no contact. I think they could have just let that play go.
Giles went in motion from right to left, and then a hard plant, and he backed up, and the Camdenton line bit on his hard plant. That wasn't even on the quarterback. That was the motion man. Giles from his wideout position.
Okay, it's already the 6th penalty on Camdenton Lakers. That's one of the things that they have to clean up, Denny.
Pastrana under center. Rolls out to his right, under pressure, looks downfield. Got a man open, caught at the 30. Machino bounces him out of bounds at about the 20. Nice throw and catch. Pastrana's got a nice arm. That was a nice route. Keep in mind, this is a Branson team that only threw 3 times last week against Harrison, Arkansas. So not known for their throwing, but I thought Pastrana looked pretty comfortable on that rollout there, Steve.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I saw when that first play where they blew it dead. You know, he was open and they just ran that same play basically for a big gain.
So Branson inside the Winter Shelton red zone at the 20-yard line. Hit at the line of scrimmage, leans forward for about 1. It was Quigg. So Quigg picks up. They're going to give him a yard. 2nd down, 9. No huddle offense for the Branson Pirates. They're right back up to the line of scrimmage with Pastrana, the quarterback, under center. Man comes in motion right to left, and they got Camdenton to jump again.
The line is saying that
I thought the left tackle
Branson
pulled up out of his stance. Yep, it was.
Okay.
It was a left tackle for Branson that left a little bit early, and that's what drew the Lakers off sides, but it was a procedure call going against Branson. 2nd down, 14. Lakers get a break. Back out to the 24-yard line, trying to slow down this high-octane offense of the Branson Pirates. Pastrana under center. Quigg in the backfield. And it's a late pitch to the slot back, and he almost picked all of it up, Steve. Got 10, 12 on the carry, and it's 2nd down and short. So 3rd down and 1. Excuse me, I said 2nd down, and it's 3rd down and 1. Back inside the Winter Shelton red zone. They're knocking on the door. Pastrana goes back under center. He's got one wide out to the left side. They go to the right side with Quigg. Nope. Pastrana actually kept it himself. And it looks like he might have picked up the 1st down. He slipped at the line of scrimmage. but fell right on top the first down marker.
Yeah, he didn't need much. He only needed a yard.
Just inside the 10-yard line. First down, goal to go for the Branson Pirates. Boy, another packed house here tonight at Camdenton High School. Good crowd in attendance. Look at all the people that traveled from Branson across the way.
That's unbelievable.
Pastrana starts the option, broken play, and he just hurdles the line of scrimmage to the 5. Very athletic play by Pastrana. Picks up 5 on first down. And it's second down, goal to go. Nose of the football on the 5. Go ahead, Steve.
He's hard to pick up. You see him squat down. I mean, his eyesight is right over the back of the center.
No, it's like
he gets real low.
He sets his helmet on the backside of his center. He's that low. And they're in black pants. And when he takes the football from the center, you can't really find it that easily.
I know.
And he does a nice job play faking as well. 8:45 left here in the second quarter. Pastrana brings a man in motion, hands off Quigg, right up the gut, and stops short at the 1-yard line. Third down, goal to go from the 1. Branson looking pretty impressive on this drive. Seems like it's coming a little bit easier than the Lakers' first drive came.
Just a little bit, but
8:22 left here in the second quarter. Back to work, Pastrana. Hands off. Nope, keeps it himself and stuffed. Or did he get in? Nope, they're going to give him the touchdown. The ball crosses the plane. So it's a touchdown, Branson, and it's 7-6. First score of the second quarter. Second quarter being brought to you by American Sun Control. 8 minutes left. 8 minutes, 4 seconds left. Weber on to attempt the extra point for the Branson Pirates. Good hold. Kicks up. Short or low kick, but it's good. Boy, just barely over the crossbar, Steve. That was not a high kick at all. So we're all tied up. It's 7 apiece. Back in a moment with Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
Lake goes a Corey, Lake goes a Corey. We so rock, we so rock. 1 and 2 in space rock. Build it, reverse that rock.
Lake Ozark Quarry, selling rock to everyone. Call today, 573-569-5654. Look them up online and Facebook.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Camdenton Lakers football. Back to the game. On your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
All knotted up at 7 apiece at Camdenton High School. Branson and Camdenton. Steve will tell you how it happened.
Hey, Denny. 8 plays for the Pirates, 65 yards. Pastrana with the 1-yard run for the touchdown. The big play was the 31-yard pass completion to Wilson. Keep that drive going. Extra point's good, so at 8:04 to go in the half, we are tied up now, 7-7.
Branson and Weber getting set to kick it off to the Lakers once again. This one's going to be a shorter kick, bounces at the 23 and fielded there finally. Ooh, big hit. Ball pops loose, but I think Camdenton was able to recover. No, Branson says they have it. Who comes off the bottom?
I haven't seen the official. They're talking about it. And they give it to Branson.
Branson's football. Boy, that was a big stick on that return, though. Helmet to helmet, and the ball just popped right out. Branson gets a break and gets the ball in great field position. Their second possession of the game starts at the 20-yard line, 21-yard line of the Camdenton Lakers. Well, those are the kind of mistakes you can't make.
It's the turnovers.
But give Branson credit. Kind of a short pooch kick. Took a weird hop and never really had possession of it. Flags fly, and the ball pops out. Branson would have recovered, but I think this play's coming back. Sideline infraction by the Camdenton Lakers. That's a warning. That's your first warning. You just let them know. So not much of a gain. Maybe 3-4 yards, I guess. 2nd down and 6, we'll call it, for Branson. Pastrana, the quarterback, under center. Quigg in the eye behind him. Late pitch. And it's close to the first down marker. That was Giles on kind of the end around there, and the late pitch from the quarterback. Pastrana picks up 3. Nearing the first down marker. 3rd down and 2. Inside the Winter Shelton red zone. At the 13-yard line, we'll call it. Pastrana. Hands off, first man through, still on his feet inside the 5, down at the 1-yard line. Good hard running by Smith Quigg. And it's first down, goal to go from the 1. 7:18 left here in the second quarter. Second quarter is being brought to you by American Sun Control. This quarter's taking a little longer than that first.
It's not going as well either.
No, not going the way I had hoped. Pastrana under center, brings a man in motion, keeps it himself. Hole you could have drove a truck through on that right side. Touchdown Branson, and it's 13-7. Pirates on top by 6 now. You know, you give the Branson Pirates credit. They're not afraid to play anybody. Harrison, Arkansas, one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Arkansas last week, and made a game out of it, but lost that one. Now here they are at Camdenton on the road, another tough opponent, and they haven't made any mistakes yet. Weber on to attempt the extra point. Kicks up, and this one's much better kick, a lot higher, and that's what you need to do to get up over that offensive line. 6:58 left, our score, 14-7, Branson. This is Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
All right, team, listen up. This season, the Motor Hut is teaming up with Laker and Indians football to mow down the competition. They've got Steele, Gravely, Grasshopper, and Husqvarna. Top draft picks for the home or business. They bring the muscle, and the Motor Hut brings the unbeatable service and know-how. And when the season changes, leaves fall, snow blows, the Motor Hut's got the gear to keep you in the game. So let's go. Hut to the Motor Hut. This is Camdenton Lakers football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Camdenton High School. Denny Benny, Steve Schneider with a scoring recap.
4 plays, 21 yards after the fumble on the kickoff. Pastrana with his second 1-yard TD run. 6:58 to go in the half, Denny, and it's now Branson 14, Camdenton 7.
Reese and Burns await the kickoff from Weber. He kind of pooched kicked it last time. You got to be aware of that. And this time, another pooch kick. Angling toward the sideline. Never did touch him play. That was just kicked out of bounds. So it'll be Camdenton Laker football. They spot this at the 35-yard line or 34-yard line. I guess they spot it where it crossed out of bounds. First down and 10.
No, that's not right.
No, it should be at the 35.
At 35.
Well,
yeah.
it's we don't get.
And they've adjusted it.
Same chain gang we had. Now wait, we got.
Now we're getting more yards. So I guess it went out before the 35.
Okay.
And so they're going to spot it at the
39-yard line. Good field position for the Camdenton Lakers. Let's get something out of this. Tie this one up. Man comes in motion. Machino to throw. He's got a man open. Caught at about the 48-yard line, rolls to the 50. It's a first down. That was Brody Reese on the catch. Nice throw and catch from Machino to Reese. Moves the chains for another Pacific Pools first down. Ball right at midfield, first down and 10 at the 50. Machino under center, I formation behind him. It'll be the second man through, stopped at the line of scrimmage, and nowhere to go for Butts. You know, Steve, we talked about it, and just throwing a few passes here and there really opens it up. Yep. You keep running the football, especially in between the tackles, man, it's tough going in there. Second down, 10. See if Machino can maybe work out of the shotgun, scramble a little bit, bounce around like a pinball machine like he has already. Handoff right side, nothing doing, a loss of 2 for Braden Burns. He got kind of...
he got wrapped up and twisted.
Yeah, he got twisted around on that tackle,
slow
unfortunately.
to get up.
So Burns will come to the sideline. And Carter Butts will check back in. Boy, you saw him go down kind of awkwardly. His legs, it was a good tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take anything away from the tackling.
No, but he kept, twisting and wrapping him up, and Burns had his legs underneath the defender.
It's third down and 12. Machino goes under center. 5:30 left to play here in the second quarter. In trouble, flushed out of the pocket, directing traffic, and Machino will be sacked back at the 45-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down and 15. You got a kick here, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Ball at the 45-yard line with 5 minutes, 6 seconds left. Clock's winding, but you got to hopefully pin him back in their end and then hold. Not a good offensive series for the Lakers. Machino, the quarterback, is also the punter. There's not too much he doesn't do. Plays defensive back defensively. And the ball's blocked at the line of scrimmage, goes down at the 45. Ball loose, fought for. Who's got it? They'll say Branson has got the football at the 46. So good field position. And now you second guess yourself. Machino thought he had more time than he did, and Branson came blowing through the line of scrimmage. It was like student body right side. They were all coming. Got to him. And good field position for the Branson Pirates. 4:32 left to play here in the first half. Second quarter action being brought to you by American Sun Control and our title sponsor tonight, Hewlett Automotive in Camdenton. Man in motion, takes the deep pitch on the right side, got some running room, weaving through traffic. 12 yards and a first down for the Pirates. That was Enemark on the carry. Rios coming from his right tackle, making the play on the sweep to the right side of the field. He had to come a long way for that, to get in on that tackle. First down. Brought to you by Pacific Pools. Deep pitch. They like it so much they'll try the same play again. And a flag comes in from behind the play. Branson motions first down, but I'm not so sure. There's a flag, and it might be an illegal block on the right side. Holding is the call.
There you go. Yeah, I thought I saw it, Denny, and that's why he got so free. And that's big. Takes away another first down and a big gain for Branson.
So it's a loss of down, and no, not a loss of down, but a loss of 10 yards. So first down and 20. Ball all the way back out to the 41, which is about 3 yards from where this drive started. Pastrana, the quarterback, hands off, dive play, nothing there. Flags fly at the line of scrimmage. Sort this one out. And that one's against Branson. We'll take all those you got, fellas. All the way out to the 46. And this has been a negative series for the Branson Pirates, due largely in part to the penalties. They've been getting good gains, just shooting themselves in the foot right here, Steve.
We'll take it.
First down, 25 now for the Branson Pirates. They have got some electric skill position players. Kids are fast. Pastrana, the quarterback, one of them, takes the snap, hands off right up the gut on a dive play, good for 3 or 4, to the 43-yard line. Long way to go, second down, 22. 3:20 left to play here in the first half. Lakers would like to keep this a one-score game. Well, the Pirates do such a nice job, Steve, of just controlling the pace of the game with the run. A lot of misdirection. And a quarterback keeper picks up maybe 2 or 3 more out to the 37-yard line. And it brings up a third down and call it 13 or 14. We'll see where they spot this football. Down to 2:45 left in the half, and it's third down and 13, the official spot, at the 36-yard line.
Need to stop him here, Denny, not even let him get 5 or 6 yards, because that would set him up to go for it on fourth down from this area of the field.
I think they go anyway.
They might.
Pastrana to throw this time, rolling out to his left. He may tuck it and run. Nope's got a man, and incomplete. Good coverage by the Lakers. That was Reese in coverage for the Lakers.
What a great play by Brody Reese. That ball was all but caught, and he was able to swat it out of the receiver's hands. Great play.
Fourth down, 13, and it looks like Branson's going to go ahead and kick this.
I'd watch for a fake.
I don't buy it. I'm with you, Steve. I know what you're thinking. 2 minutes, 19 seconds.
Yep.
And like I said, they have got some electric players out there with all kinds of speed. High snap, kind of a lob. Oh, and a bad punt. This is not even going to get positive yardage. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. We'll take it.
6-yard punt.
That was off the side of his foot. First of all, it was a bad.
It was a looping snap.
It wasn't a good snap. Put it that way. I don't know that it wasn't a bad snap is when it's over his head. At least this one got to the punter, but it took forever. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. See if the Lakers can draw something up here to get 6. Tie this thing up at 14 all. From the 30-yard line, Machino will be out of the shotgun. He's got Routh at a wideout. And they fake it one way. Machino comes back the other, bounces off a tackler, spins forward for a gain of 4. And it'll go to Butts. Butts weaving through traffic. Finally, after a 4-yard gain, goes down short of the first down marker at the 38. Timeout called on the field, brought to you by the Ed Schmidt team at eXp Realty. Give them a call next time you're looking for a home in Lake of the Ozarks. This is Mix 92.7 Sports at MoSportsZone.com.
Whoa, Central Ozarks Medical Center, your health, our mission.
COMC has been providing quality health care in Central Missouri since 1979. From primary care, OBGYN, pediatrics, senior health, dental, and behavioral health. Go to centralozarks.org for a location near you or call 877-406-2662.
COMC, the healthy place to be.
Let's do this!
Let's get back to the action of Camdenton Lakers football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Camdenton High School inside the Kellysport broadcast booth. I'm Denny Benny alongside Steve Schneider. Third down and 2 for the Lakers. 1:25 left to play here in the first half of play. Machino out of the shotgun. Brings a man in motion, stays in the block, throws it short, skipped it.
He was getting a lot of pressure.
Pass.
A lot of pressure.
Intended receiver Reese, but there was no play on the ball as he skipped it off the turf. Now Machino is going to be forced to punt here with 1:21 left to play.
I mean, I know we're at the wrong end of the field, but given what happened the last time, I'm not so sure I wouldn't try to pick up those 2 yards and keep the ball.
Well, Machino takes the snap, got to get it right. That's blocked again. Second block of the night on a punt by the Branson Pirates. Give them great field position at the 27 with 1:14 left to play. Ooh. That's one you see happen once. This same play. They just blitz one side. Last time they came in from the right side. This time they came in from the left side.
Junior, Emma Ashbach. Sophomore, Milan Elbers. Sophomore, Caitlin Kramer. Sophomore, Mia Goddard. Sophomore, Gracelyn Cottle. Freshman, Presley Short. Freshman, Rebecca Lear. And freshman, Grace Ann Pastor. The team is under the direction of head coach Corey Bartels. Tonight, the Lakerettes will be performing a palm routine choreographed by co-captain Chesney Brownell. Good luck, girls. Red Cake Tango by Michael Gard, featuring Euphemine solo, Seth Record, and trumpet trio Angelo Fuentes, Cooper Self, and Dexley Adelano. The instructional staff includes Director of the Bands, Dominic Zanaboni, Assistant Director of Bands, Clayton Bunkley, Amanda Clark, and Marcellus Weinzer.
That we had on the kicking game, the block punts, the two of those, and then of course the fumbled kickoff, kind of set them up. So that's kind of where we stand. Again, it's not so much that Branson's beating Camden as it is Camden's beating Camden right now.
Well, and again, it was special teams. We're going to talk more about that with Sean Machino, former coach for the Camdenton Lakers, and we call it the Machino Minute. brought to you by Lake Ozark Quarry and Rambolt Excavating. So, Sean, if you would, your impressions. I'm sure it's special teams.
Yeah, well, the first thing I want to do is I don't remember, in years and years and years of Laker football ever taking the opening kickoff and running it down to 0-0 in the first quarter.
I know. We were talking about the same thing.
It happens in 7th and 8th grade football because there's 6-minute quarters, or 8-minute quarters, and you see that all the time. You get like maybe 3 or 4 possessions in middle school, but that was impressive. That first drive was impressive.
Absolutely.
And then, yes, the miscue on the fumble kickoff return where they were able to score, that was kind of difference there. And then we gave up 2 block punts as well, and that just takes away opportunity. Well, the block punts don't, but it gives them, short field whenever you're doing that. So, penalty-wise, I don't think we're losing that battle there. Do you have that?
Six penalties on the Lakers for 30 yards, 5 for the Pirates for 30 yards. So it's pretty even in the penalty department.
It's pretty even. Now, do we need 6 penalties? Absolutely not. That's part of the discipline. One of the phases of the game that I'd like to add in there is that discipline part, and getting penalties is being non-disciplined, and we can control us, and so we need to control that and be better. But hey, they're not the personal fouls, that we saw last week. It's probably more effort stuff, but we've got to. If we can control that a little bit, it gets put in a little bit better position to maintain a drive or not give them yards.
Well, it's one of the things you touched on with Par Pitts, the head coach, prior to tonight's game, is just the discipline factor. And these kids have to be disciplined. Like you said, I think it was more just being overly excited or maybe jumping off sides or something like that, just giving it maybe a little bit too much effort. But it's good to see that they're not getting the personal fouls like last week against Jeff City. You're right.
And 2 of our jumps was, it's something new. We're back there in shotgun. We're bringing that guy in motion. So that snap count has to be timed perfectly. So it's different than when you're under center. Under center, it's ready, set, go, and there's a timing issue. Now you got to wait for the guy to get, you're ready. And then everybody's waiting for the set, go, and they're like, and they jump. So you can practice it all week, but when you get into game time, all of a sudden it becomes a little bit different. Yeah.
And, that seemed to happen on first down. I guess that's the down that you were calling that particular play or that formation. Mm-hmm. But still, I like the fact that, hey, we could have been down by 14 points real easy.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're set up with their, 2 timeouts, and close to 2 minutes left in the game. And they're set up inside the 30, and Camden was able to stop them. Got a great sack back here, and, then they committed some penalties. So, if you're going into the locker room, that's a high to go in off of. Yeah. You're able to stop them from an extremely short field and stop them from getting any points.
Yeah, and that's what we got to do coming out, because they get the ball coming out, and we've got to, number one, be effective on kickoffs, okay, and make sure that we get that, get the ball tackled.
Yeah.
I think our only kickoff, what did we do? We kicked it out of bounds, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, which is not a bad strategy. We've done that in the past whenever, they have had some dynamic returners back there.
Yeah.
We've just, let's just put it over there. If it goes out of bounds, it goes out of bounds. If it rolls on the ground, then it gives us more time to get down there.
Branson did the same thing to the Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
They kicked it toward the sideline, and if it went out of bounds, so be it. They didn't want to give them a chance.
They kicked it out of bounds and didn't even make the 35, so they spotted it at the 39 yard line.
Yeah.
And then they had the one punt that had like a 6-yard net, went off the side of the guy's foot, and, a 6-yard punt.
And we had a little bit of pressure on there. Paul Moff got his hand up, and I think just that can affect the the outcome of the punt block.
Yep, could be. So, work to do on both sides. But now, does that give the coaching staff pause that maybe you get in a situation and you go, maybe we don't punt, maybe we do go for it, or maybe we do try?
It depends on
because we're worried
position.
about.
Yeah, it depends on field position. I don't know if they practiced, keeping the offense out there and direct snap to Michael and, and letting it like what we used to do with Paxton, back in the day. And we just, kept it in the same formation, deep snap it at 7 yards, and then just kick it really quick. That's an option. I don't know if they practiced that yet or not, but we've done that in the past.
Well, hopefully we won't need to punt. And we'll eliminate that question. But just in case, it's got to be something that
a couple of hard counts on 4th down, too. Got to jump off sides and make it a makeable 4th down anyway, 4th and 3, what have you.
Yeah.
But
The other thing that we talked a little bit about up here in the booth was the no-huddle offense. Does Camdenton have that in their tool bag this year?
No, I don't believe they do. You know, the whole goal of running the ball was to basically slow the game down.
Okay.
And so, you know, we're not going to be scoring 40 and 50 points anymore.
Gotcha.
You know, and what that does, it helps keep our defense off the field a little bit more when we can sustain drives and gives those guys a little bit of break. What we run into with the 5 wide is
and that's why you're huddling, because you've got a lot of guys going both ways,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Including the quarterback, your son, Michael Machino.
Yeah. So that 40 seconds of getting your breath back,
get a little bit
30,
of
35, whatever it is, it gives you a little breather right there.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
How about this band?
Oh, they're.
I mean, you're hearing them in the background. Obviously, I can hear them through the headsets. Man, they do a great job.
Yeah, they do.
One of the best in the state of Missouri. They continue to travel to Indianapolis and St. Louis for Bands of America. They bring home trophies, and the hardware every single year. And the directors are phenomenal.
That's great. And I didn't know they ran the concession stand. You got. I guess that's band moms and band dads and over there doing that.
And they're out here Monday, Thursday, and home games on Friday.
Wow.
That's a lot of time. But, they got a big group out there. They got a lot of parents,
And you look at the configurations on the field. I mean, I don't know how they know where they're supposed to be. But, man, when they shift,
they start practicing in July.
Wow.
And they're out there at 8 in the morning, and they will go for 3 hours. They'll come inside for a few hours, and they're back out there in the heat.
Wow.
That's dedication.
No, I mean, in order to do something like this, you have to put in a lot of time. And since they're activities and not athletics, they're not constrained by you can only practice starting August, 14th. They can start in July. And they don't have as many constraints as the number of hours that you can practice, so on and so forth. So there are some rules and regulations in there, but it's nothing like the athletics.
Sure, gotcha. We'll take a quick break. Be back with more of the Hy-Vee halftime show in just a moment right here on Mix 92.7 Sports at MoSportsZone.com.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people, at 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Work is hard. You need a partner who makes it easier. At Mid-City Lumber, we know construction, and we know what it takes to get the job done right. Like quality products from Quaker Window and Doors. For durability, innovation, and selection, the right solution is Quaker. At Mid-City Lumber, we've been making construction easier for more than 50 years. And we're here to make it easier for you.
Mid-City Lumber. Start to finish, we're your project resource.
Custom railing stairs that gleam, awnings made just like your dream. American Sun controls the name. Since 1985 they lead the game. Screen enclosures keep bugs at bay. Enjoy your summer every day. Family owned and local too. American Sun Control, made for you.
I'm Brett Edson with Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home. My family has called Camden County home for 8 generations. Our firm's roots run deep too. In 1929, our predecessor, Banks & Woolery, moved the original funeral home from Old Lynn Creek to the square in Camdenton. In 1955, the Reed family relocated to the present location on North Highway 5. Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home has continued that legacy with personalized distinction for over 2 decades. Our caring and capable team stands ready to meet your needs at Allie Holman Howe Funeral Home in Camdenton.
There's no better feeling than grilling out, and there's no better place than Porter's Ace to get the best grill for your family. We stock brands from Traeger, Weber, Big Green Egg, Blackstone Griddles, and Uni Pizza Ovens. You won't find these premium brands and service at a warehouse store, only at Porter's Ace, the people who know their grills. Porter's Ace in Loring, and now in Osage Beach. Porter's, we're here to help.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's football season, and your team to tackle all your fall boating and winterization needs is Kellysport. Kellysport backs our Camdenton Lakers, Osage Indians, and Mizzou Tigers. Your trusted dealer for Regal, Bennington, Tiara, Grady White, and Ski Nautique. Kellysport handles new and pre-owned inventory, offers financing, storage, insurance, and the best care since 1977. Walk into the end zone with ease when Kellysport leads the way. Look them up online or come in for the best customer service at the lake.
You talk about the playmaker. First touchdown of the game.
This is Camdenton Lakers football on KLOZ Eldon. It's the Hy-Vee halftime show on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Camdenton High School. Halftime score once again, Branson 14, the Lakers 7. I'm Denny Benning, Steve Schneider, Sean Machino over my left shoulder. So, guys, I think that if we can get the stop coming out of the locker room, good things are going to happen for the Lakers. I feel like they moved that. Well, they had the entire first quarter, the 12 minutes as we discussed going to break, but they're capable of moving the football against Branson much better than I thought they might be.
Yes, and Branson's just been, with the problems on the special team, they've been having short fields. Mm-hmm. And, as we talked just before we cut the break for, the stop that the defense had there at the end of the half was critical. Okay, because that kept it a one-score game and gave you something positive to feed on when you got back into the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we get this first stop. That not only we get the ball back, but that gives guys that that feeling of, okay, here we go.
We get the momentum,
and you get the momentum. But you got to get that stop, and it'd be great to get it on a 3 and out because that really gives you a lot of momentum.
Yeah. Machino looks like he's throwing the ball fine. Didn't have a lot of attempts. Only 4 pass attempts in the first half.
Yeah, I think that last attempt was thrown in the dirt for some reason.
Yeah, and he didn't have a lot of time to throw.
No,
rather than take the sack, I think he unloaded that last one because he had people all around him.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mind seeing him go to the air a little bit more this half.
Yeah.
I thought he could be successful. I know that we talked before the game that Branson's a little bit susceptible to the deep ball. So, take a shot every once in a while, see what happens.
Yeah, and we tried to do that bootleg out there to the left, and he was just covered up, and he didn't have time to get his hips flipped around.
Mm-hmm.
He was motioning for his receiver to bail and get downfield, and he was just going to throw it up there, but the timing was off. The receiver didn't see it. He was just trying to run a comeback. He was covered, and the receivers got to know that, okay, I'm covered. I got to go somewhere else.
And because of that, rolling out to the left, they've got really good pursuit, and they were able to crash through there. So, I don't know if rolling out to the left is necessarily, if you can roll out to the right, you get that extra half second because he doesn't have to stop and turn.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a lot of time.
No,
he doesn't. Pretty good rush, and when they send the linebackers, he's got to make a quick decision. Mm-hmm. And that first series, even though they got in on him, he was able to scramble and bounce, take a couple of hits, and maintain his balance. And that's a credit to his workout ethic, I think, this summer, Coach.
Well,
you can't take that many hits and stay on your feet like he did in that first series.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that one play, Denny, that it was third down or whatever it was, and he should have been sacked for a 10, 15-yard loss. Mm-hmm. And he ran, I wish I had clocked it, he had to run for at least 30 seconds. Okay, back and forth and around and broke, I don't know how many tackles, ended up getting 4 or 5 yards, and that kept that drive alive and was able to get the conversion. But that play was just, it's amazing. Okay, he was out there doing that.
I want to see
how
many hits he took,
and
how many people he bounced off.
I'll be watching that tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I am too.
And count
all these games are archived on MoSportsZone. So you want to see a special play like was in that first series tonight?
Oh,
go back and watch it and count how many times Michael Machino took shots and maintained his balance and still picked up positive yards when it could have been a big negative. It kept that drive going.
That's going to be if you were listening on the radio or if you're here at the game or somebody's like, have them watch that tomorrow morning, watch that first quarter. And that single drive that Camden did that was 12 minutes long, okay, it is classic and instant classic, if you will. And not just because you and I were broadcasting. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay?
We're not in black and white. No.
And just, I don't, most of the listeners just don't really understand a 12-minute drive.
A 12-minute, yeah.
I've never seen one.
Well, exactly. And especially one that's that just happens to fall at the opening kickoff and the
Right.
whistle at the end of the half, or the end of the quarter.
It winds up in the end zone.
Yeah, it winds up in the end zone right on cue.
It shouldn't take that long. Can you work on that?
Well, we could get 4 touchdowns when we keep up that pace. Okay,
that's right. That's right.
Hey, we'll take it. 7-zip at the end of one.
Yeah.
Now we got to play some good defense coming out of the locker room, and we'll see which team's ready for the second half. But give these Lakers a lot of credit. That's a talented team across the way. And 14-7.
That's what they're doing right now. They get Michael Machino to punt out a shotgun.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. They
Warming
are
up on the
practicing.
sidelines.
They are practicing that now.
Okay.
Pulling it back from the old Paxton DeLorme days.
Gotcha.
Get rid of it quick.
The quick kick.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
get rid of it super quick.
All right.
And, our kicker was practicing squib kicks and little directional short kicks, get that thing down. There's a lot of openings.
Making the adjustments.
Yeah, making the adjustments on special teams right now. So he needs to be a little deeper.
Getting ready for the kickoff in the second half. At the break, it's 14-7. Branson by a touchdown. Branson will receive to start play here in the second half.
Well, the kids look kind of pumped up on the Camden sideline, and people they're not standing flat-footed, Denny. So I think they got a little energy going.
There's a lot of energy in the stadium. You look at the fans; they're in this game still.
Oh yeah.
You got to be careful. Coach Gordon is a get-back coach. He's already warned. Each team has a sideline warning on them, and and the next one that gets too close. These guys, you don't see it. You see it a lot early in the season because they're trying to establish the refs are trying to establish that sideline, but they will throw another one on you. So the coaches and whoever's down there has got to keep those guys behind the white.
Okay,
behind the white.
All right.
Well, to your point, they're all behind the white for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides are.
But it's so easy just to eke up. You want to watch a game. You want to watch a game.
You're looking like this, and you take another half step. Next thing you know, you're 3 yards from where you started.
Absolutely. That's why I was demoted to the press box. One year I got 2 15-yard penalties. The ref ran into me. I didn't run into him. He ran into me.
Is that what you
Were
said?
you in the field to play?
Oh, I was.
Okay,
I was so excited.
That might have something to do with it.
Big play. I jumped at that there, gave it a fist pump, and then wham.
Yeah, you weren't wearing a
Sean
number.
Machino tackles the ref twice in one season.
Yes.
Well, if you're going to do it, make sure you throw an elbow or something.
I know.
As long as you're going to get the yards.
His paper, his pencil was just thrown everywhere, and I'm like,
oops.
And Coach Shore looked at me like, are you serious? And I'm like,
That's funny.
I'll go back to the press box.
That's funny.
Well, you're always welcome here. Okay.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
This is my home. I don't do very well down there on the field. I can't see anything. I love the press box. I can see it all up here.
That's a pretty good vantage point. Coach, thanks for helping out. That's Sean Machino, newest member of our broadcast team. Always has great insights for us along the way. Nice to have him along, isn't it, Steve?
Absolutely.
Makes our job a lot easier. Time for the third quarter. It's being brought to you by Camden on the Lake. Great new look in their restaurant. Little chip shop, bounces at about the 30 and picked up at the 25. Return starts there. And, man, weaving through traffic. This is trouble across midfield to the 40. Kid can fly. This might go to the house. It does. Touchdown, Branson, to start the second half of play. Just like that, it's 20-7. Wow.
Didn't need that.
Blake Weber on a 75-yard run. He fielded that at the 25-yard line, got a couple of good blocks, and just weaved his way through traffic. When it opened up, nobody could catch him. Nice run by Blake Weber. This is another Weber, Rory Weber, on to attempt the extra point. Somebody jumped on the line. That's going to go against Branson. Back them up 5, and they'll kick it again. (20-7). Keep in mind, first drive by Camdenton took a total of 12 minutes, the entire first quarter. That play took 15 seconds for the touchdown.
Is it worth the same amount of points?
Yeah, it doesn't seem fair. More of a blue-collar approach to some flash here. So Rory Weber on to attempt the extra point. This will be from 25 yards out after the penalties assessed. Kicks up, and it is good. 21-7. Lakers get the ball back when we return. This is Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
What a game. It's 4th and goal. Winter Shelton drops back in shotgun. Here's the snap. Shelton bootlegs. He keeps it. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown! When it comes to winning and real estate, there's one team crushing the competition. Winter Shelton Real Estate Group.
Shelton is crushing it.
Look them up online and Facebook.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
This is Camdenton Lakers Football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Bob Shore Stadium in Camdenton. Denny Benny, Steve Schneider with a scoring recap.
75-yard kickoff return to open the second half. Extra point was good, even after a penalty, and that puts the score at 21 for Branson and 7 for Camdenton. We didn't need that, Denny.
No, it's not the way you want to start the second half. Special teams.
Yeah.
Weber approaches the ball. This one's going to get kicked deep and fielded at about the 9-yard line. Return starts there through the 25 across the 30. Nice return by the Lakers. Was that Reese on the return? I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch it, Denny.
So 1st down and 10 for the Lakers now. Down 2 scores. Need to sustain a drive and keep this potent Branson offense off the field.
Well, the good news is we got plenty of time. So it's just, matriculate down the field, as they say, and put some points on the board.
Machino back under center, I formation behind him. And it's a deep pitch. On the right side, across the 30, across the 35, breaks it loose a little bit, back inside, stepped out of bounds at about the 41, 42-yard line. Should be enough for the 1st down for Brody Reese. Nice run. I thought he stepped out of bounds closer
way up
to
here.
the
Yeah, I did
50.
too. We must have missed it. Of course, we can't see it with the players standing there, but they spot him at the 41.
All right, so a 9-yard run for Reese, and it's 2nd down and 1. Machino takes the snap. And right through the line of scrimmage.
Go.
Hasker was stopped and just kept his balance and picks up big yards down to the 42-yard line. Hasker got to the line of scrimmage, stopped, waited for all the debris to clear, and then picks his way downfield for about a 14-yarder. First down and 10 for the Lakers, brought to you by Pacific Pools on that 1st down. Mentioned some more of that on this drive. Running hard across the 40 to the 41 goes Reese. 2nd down and 8. Gain of only 2. They spotted at the 40-yard line. Elijah Southwick checks into the ball game with a play. On 2nd down and 8, Southwick will set as the wideout on the left side. High formation behind Machino. Machino hands off left side. Good running room on their handoff to about the 36-yard line. Pickup of 3 or 4 more. And it's 3rd down, and we'll call it 5. I thought he did better in that. He got through the line of scrimmage quickly, but I think stood up as the pursuit kind of caught him very, very quickly on their right side for the Branson Pirates. So 3rd down and 5, important play here. Ball at the 37-yard line. Machino hands off, second man through. Nice re-spins into the middle after taking some contact, and I think it's enough for the first down. This may be one of those they're going to have to.
Yep.
They do.
They gave to him.
Move the chains.
Good
I thought
run.
they might have to measure it. Looked that close.
I did too, Denny. It looked, from our angle.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line now. First down and 10. Another Pacific Pools first down. Lakers trailing 21-7 could really use to wind up in the end zone on this possession. Machino under center. Takes a snap. Keeps it himself. Quarterback draw. And around the right side. Upended at the 29-yard line. A gain of 3. So it's second down 7. Nothing phases Machino. Have you noticed that?
No, I
he
would.
takes some big hits. Maintains his balance. That's the only way you're going to get him down is when you got to hit him below the knees.
Yeah, he took a
just
shot to the
bounces
lower
right back
body,
up.
somersaults, and pops right. That wouldn't be me. Not even when I was his age.
No, me neither. Machino, hands off, dive play right through the line of scrimmage, and there was an opening, good for about 8 or 9 yards. Jaden Hodge on the carry. That was just a quick hitter, and he was through the line of scrimmage before Branson knew what happened. Down to 8:35 left here in the third quarter, being brought to you by Camden on the Lake. Our game sponsor tonight, Hewlett, Chevrolet Buick, GMC in Camdenton. Jason and the guys always take good care of you. Check them out next time you need service or a new car. Third down and 1. Machino keeps it himself, got it to the 20-yard line, picks up 3 on the carry. Flag comes in after the play's dead. That play was over, and they threw a flag from the sideline. A little extracurricular. What do we got?
I don't know. They're talking about it.
This is a very physical game, and there's going to be an extra jab here or there, Steve. You know that.
Now he's picking the flag up, but they're talking to the Branson captain there.
That's going against
it's
Branson.
And it's not a small one either.
No, it's not. There's a personal foul. I think there was a hand thrown at the end of that play, and it moves the ball all the way down to the 10-yard line inside the Winter Shelton red zone. And the Lakers knocking on the door with a first down and 10 just outside the 10. Handoff right up the middle. Got some running room. Touchdown,
Yes.
Lakers on a 10-yard run by Sean Hasker. Little dive play, nothing fancy. Just picking your way through the line of scrimmage. And again, the Hogs up front, Steve, doing the dirty work, making some holes in there like they did that first quarter. That was an impressive series for the offensive line for the Lakers. On to attempt the extra point now. Looks like Southwick. And it's blocked at the line of scrimmage. Ball never got up off the turf like it needed to, so that cost the Lakers another critical point here. It's 21-13 after the blocked extra point attempt. Special teams once again tonight plaguing the Camdenton Lakers. Back in 30, this is Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
Get game day ready and save big on deals at Hy-Vee. Yoplait yogurt, just 59 cents each. Shredded cheese, 5 for $10. Boneless pork shoulder roast, only $2.98 a pound. Plus, earn stackable savings at the pump when you swing by Hy-Vee's Deli for all your game day favorites at Hy-Vee.com and in Osage Beach, Jefferson City, Columbia, and Springfield.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Let's get back to the action of Camdenton Lakers football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Camdenton High School. Lakers score, but no good on the extra point attempt. Makes our score 21-13. Steve will tell you how.
9 plays, 68 yards. Hasker with the 10-yard run. A lot of good plays in that one. And then, as you said, the extra point no good. So with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's 13-21.
Giles back deep to receive. They go to the other man. The speedster Weber. Weber returned 175 yards last time for a touchdown. This time, not as much. Down at the 27-yard line. Man, I don't kick to either one of those two. No. I just squib it. Do something different. They're so dangerous. And as we saw Weber last time, once he gets in the open field, will just outrun people. And there's nobody in the stadium's going to catch him. So here come the Branson Pirates, their second possession of the second half. First possession, good for 7. Under center, they take the snap. It's a keeper through the line of scrimmage, still on his feet, fighting for the extra yards. Good second effort by Pastrana. Pastrana, the quarterback, got stopped at the line of scrimmage, but somehow carried it forward for 10 more. First down, a Pacific Pools first down for the Branson Pirates. Boy, almost got, and that's tricky. Giles, one of the backs, goes in motion and then plants his foot really hard, and it gets the Lakers front line to bite. It says Guild up the middle. Good for 7 or 8 yards. Actually, Quigg on the carry, excuse me. Quigg's going to take his gloves off, get a better feel for the football. Throws him out of bounds. And comes back up to the line of scrimmage, rejoins his team. Second down and 3. Quigg picked up 7 last carry. Deep pitch this time on the right side. And a good tackle, but not until he got the first down. Picks up 5 on the carry. That's Blake Weber, the kid that ran one for 75 yards on a kickoff return. Now, if you can get Weber, and that's what they're trying to do, is go up the middle, and then get Weber out on a pitch where he gets outside the defensive end. And then it's a foot race. See if he can make a move and beat somebody to the end zone.
Yeah, those plays up the middle gets Weber an extra half a step getting to the outside, because you can't commit to that until you see who's got the ball.
And he'll beat you to the outside.
Oh, yeah, he's fast.
Weber still down on the field, finally gets up on the far side there. He's going to take a play off. It's enough for the first down. They spot the ball at the 49-yard line of the Camdenton Lakers. Branson very methodically uses a lot of different players in their offense just to keep everybody off guard. You can't count on the same guy getting the ball on every snap. Pastrana under center, hands off, right side. There's some running room and a lot of running room. First down and more, and tripped up from behind, finally at the 10-yard line. Smith Quigg on a big rush of about 40 yards, makes it first down, goal to go, just inside the 10-yard line in the Winter Shelton red zone. First down brought to you by Pacific Pools.
That one good for 40 yards, Denny. Giving Quigg 73 on the night on 8 carries.
And that's what I'm talking about, Steve. Yeah. I mean, they use everybody.
Yeah.
There's so many weapons offensively. And Quigg gets it again on an inside handoff, goes down at the line of scrimmage, stands back up and fights for another 4 yards, all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down, goal to go from the 5. 5:36 left here in this third quarter. Being brought to you by Camden on the Lake. Great place to enjoy the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Great lake views, great food, and always entertainment. Pastrana back under center. And he hands off straight up the gut. Nope, keeps it himself. What a great play fake. I bought on the handoff to Quigg, but it's Pastrana on the 5-yard run into the end zone. 27-13 now. And a flag comes in at the end after the play is over again. Dead ball foul. There might be a little talking going on down there. Personal foul goes against the Branson Pirates. .506 left to play here in the third quarter. 27-13. Branson's been pretty impressive. This is Weber on now to attempt the extra point. Rory Weber. High snap, good recovery, good hold, and it's good. 28-13. This is Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
The Butcher Shop in Camdenton invites you to the Lake Ozark Biker Church. Services every fourth Sunday of the month, located behind the Butcher Shop in Camdenton. Feel the Holy Spirit at work and come have fellowship with the spirit of the Biker Church. The Butcher Shop is a strong supporter of the Camdenton Lakers, the Lake community, and our Lord Jesus Christ. The Butcher Shop, your home for lunch and dinner, meats, and pre-made goodies.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Camdenton Lakers football. Back to the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Bob Shore Stadium. 28-13 the score now. Branson on top. Steve will tell you how.
This time, Denny, the Pirates go 6 plays, 63 yards. Pastrana with a 5-yard keeper for the touchdown. But the big play was the 40-yard run by Smith Quigg to set them up deep in the Laker territory. And extra point was good. So took 2 minutes, 54 seconds with 5:06 to go in the third. It is now the Pirates 28 and the Lakers 13.
See what Weber does with his kickoff. He's had several short little squibbers. Back line for the Camdenton Lakers are stepped all the way up to the 25-yard line, but they assess the penalty, which moves Branson back, and he tries to go deep, but this will be fielded at the 37. So great field position on this kickoff return out to the 47, a 10-yard return by Reese.
We'll take it. Now we just need to drive down the field.
Yep.
Punch it in just like we did on the last series.
A great field position. 5:01 left to play here in the third quarter. Being brought to you by Camden on the Lake. Our game sponsor tonight, Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton. First down and 10 for the Lakers. Machino talking to Reese before he goes up to the line of scrimmage, says, no, go back out and be a wideout. I kind of like you over there. Now he brings him in motion, fakes the handoff, and Machino will follow him through the line of scrimmage. Machino puts his head down to the 50. Good hard running, a gain of only 3. (28-13) our score. Branson has been impressive offensively. Lakers been chipping away at their defense and have managed 2 scores so far. Difference in the game thus far tonight, Steve's been the special
teams, Denny. Yep.
Machino under center, I formation behind him, deep pitch around the left side. Got a little bit of running room. Good for 3 or 4 more yards. Carter Butts on the carry.
I thought he had a lot more room. That closed up quick.
Yeah, I thought he did too. I thought there was plenty of room where he might get close to the first down marker, but Boy, it closed so quickly. Gain of only 2, 3rd down and 5. I thought he had 3 or 4 on that one. But like you said, it was there, and then it just wasn't. Not a lot you can do with that. Machino, hands off right up the gut, and driven back. Hasker with nowhere to go. It was helmet-to-helmet contact at the line of scrimmage, and somehow Hasker managed a yard. So 4th down. See what the Lakers want to do here. At the 46-yard line of Branson.
They haven't had a lot of success punting.
No, they have not.
So this could be just trying to draw them off sides.
Might be a hard count. Now Machino backs away from the line of scrimmage, looks to the sideline, and they'll call timeout. Timeout brought to you by the Ed Schmidt team at EXP Realty. This is Mix 92.7 at MoSportsZone.com.
This is America, where football means football.
As the bumps and bruises of football season and life build up on our bodies, wouldn't it be nice to soak away those issues in a brand new Bullfrog Spa from Pacific Pools? Enjoy stepping away from the rigors of life, the aches and pains of the past, and current injuries, arthritis, or stress of the workday. Get yourself into Pacific Pools and order your new Bullfrog Spa today. It only takes 21 days to construct and ship. And listen to the Lakers take the field, all while soaking in your new Bullfrog Spa. This is Camdenton Lakers Football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Bob Shore Stadium. Denny Benny, Steve Schneider with coverage for you tonight between the Branson Pirates and the Camdenton Lakers. Branson on top right now, 28-13 with 3:09 left to play here in the third quarter. The Lakers facing a punting situation. Or Steve, you come out of the timeout, you maybe try something different. Your punting.
I tell you what, that's what they're lining up to run a play. Maybe trying to draw them off sides again, but then, that's going to cost you 2 timeouts or some.
Machino, hands off right up the gut. Nothing. Nothing. Stuffed by Branson after a 1-yard gain. And the Pirates get the ball on the 45-yard line, where they'll put it in play, 1st down and 10.
I still don't mind that call, Denny. The way the kicking game was gone, you're going to have to stop the Pirates, so you're giving up maybe 20, 25 yards of field position.
And Hasker's had some success on that quick handoff, but there was too many people in the box.
Yeah.
I mean, they were stacked with 4 linebackers. It was awfully busy up front. Pastrana looks things over, now goes under center. Deep pitch around the right side to Giles. Giles tripped up at the 50-yard line. Gain of 4. Second down and 6 now for Branson. Nothing seems to faze Branson. They just get up to the line of scrimmage and do what they do. If you can stop us, good for you. But they don't change. They don't alter what they came here to do. Handoff, second man through. Big fella picks up 3. That was Smith Quigg. Big kid. They've got listed at 5'10", 180. Boy, he sure looks bigger than that from up here. 3rd down and 2. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Lakers need a stop. And it's a quarterback keeper through the line of scrimmage. And enough of the first down, and he might go. There's a flag on the play. We'll see who this comes back against. But Pastrana outran everybody. They're throwing the flag back near the line of scrimmage, which hopefully for the Lakers would indicate a hold. We'll see what they come up with.
I thought I saw a face mask on Camden, but then they wouldn't be too concerned about where the flag was spotted.
Chop block goes
against Camden. Against Branson, yeah, sorry.
So that will take the points off the board. Boy, our Hitachi Energy scoreboard is getting a lot of work tonight. 28-13. A lot of points scored by Branson, but that chop block's going to bring it back. That's a 15-yarder, Steve, probably all the way back to about the 46, 10-yarder, I guess. 3rd down and 10. More importantly, it kept Branson off the scoreboard. But how much speed does this team have? That Pastrana kid can fly, the quarterback. And it's a late pitch this time. Giles around the left side's got all kinds of running room. Across the 25, 20 out of bounds at the 15. Finally run down by Southwick, who just kind of pushed him out of bounds. But, man, there's so much speed on this Branson team. It's another Pacific Pools first down inside the Winter Shelton red zone at the 15-yard line. 1:34 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's first down and 10. Brought to you by Pacific Pools. This is Pastrana, the quarterback. Hands off this time right up the gut. Good strong running again by Smith Quigg. Picks up a first down to the 4-yard line. First down brought to you by Pacific Pools. 1:20 left to play here in the 3rd. And very methodically, the Branson Pirates are doing what they want offensively, Steve.
Yeah, we're not able to get the stop that we need.
Pastrana tried to get a hard count, get him to jump, and Blake Weber plants his foot as a wideout in motion, then goes back and resets. Quigg right up the gut to the 1. So a gain of 4 by Quigg, and they are knocking on the door here in the red zone. Winter Shelton red zone. Branson at the 1 now. 2nd down, goal to go. Pastrana looks over the defense and keeps himself. And touchdown, Branson. 34-13 now. Branson starting to put some space in between these two teams on the scoreboard. Flag on the play. Wait a minute. They haven't put the points up yet. What happened? Been several chop blocks called here tonight. We'll see what this is. Well, whatever it is, Branson appears to have scored the touchdown. The kids are running to the sideline with their arms up, and Weber's out there to attempt the extra point.
It's good. And then a face mask penalty against Camden that they'll enforce on the kickoff.
So the Hitachi scoreboard says 34-13 now. With Weber on to attempt the extra point. And Branson says, I think we're a player or two short here. Oh, no, they need a football. That's going to help the kicker a bunch.
Just fold a piece of paper up in a triangle and use your fingers.
Pastrana ran off the field with a football in his hands. And they're ready for the extra point. There's no ball. Kicker goes, hey, I'm going to need that. So Weber, somebody jumped, flags fly, and I think it's against the Lakers. Now if you're Branson, you go half the distance. Do you kick it or you go for 2? They're looking to the sideline, and they're just going to kick it. Smart play in a close game, Steve, would say go for 2 here. They just gave you a yard and a half.
I would.
And another flag. Offsides against Camdenton. Now they will go for 2. So the 2-point conversion now, after 2 penalties assessed against Camdenton. What's that give Camdenton in penalties tonight, Steve?
I haven't even clocked the last 2 that came out.
Cost them a yard and a half.
It's not much yardage, but it's now with the half the distance.
It's not what you want.
You could have as many penalties you want. You don't get that much closer. But
look for Quigg to get the call, the big running back from Pastrana. Nope, Pastrana keeps it himself into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and it's 36-13. This is Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
Pull over, gorgeous. The Glambulance is here. Ciao Bella Skin and Wellness has a new location in Camdenton, and it's got everything you need to glow from the inside out. Wrinkle relaxers, PRP facials, IV hydration, body sculpting, even skin rejuvenation. This is beauty precision, backed by 20 plus years of medical experience. Custom care, real results, financing available. Book now at ciaobellaskinandwellness.com.
Ciao Bella.
Hello, beautiful. Hello, confidence.
Let's get back to the action of Camdenton Lakers football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Bob Shore Stadium, Camdenton, Missouri. Denny Benny, Steve Schneider with a scoring recap.
This time Branson goes 54 yards, Denny. They take 2 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. They did it in 6 plays. Pastrana, again, with the 1-yard run, his 4th of the night. He's got all 4 offensive touchdowns for the Branson Pirates. They go for 2-point conversion after a couple penalties on Camdenton Lakers. It was good. So with 19 seconds to go in this third quarter, it is now Branson 36, Lakers 13.
Looks like Carter Butts back deep to receive along with Reese. Standing inside their 5-yard line this time. And they'll kick it deep. Bounces it about the 12 out of bounds. So they'll spot it at the 35-yard line, I believe. Right?
I don't know with the penalty. I think they spotted it at the 20.
Okay.
The chain gang doesn't think so. They're walking up to the 35, but I don't think that's the correct call.
Well, they're listening, and I just said 35. So.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to help where I can.
Hey, we take it, but
I'm not sure the officiating crew knows where they're supposed to be. They're back at the 20?
Yeah, because it was a 15-yard penalty.
Okay.
And so with it going out of bounds, instead of being at the 35, that penalty applies. And so it's going to be at the 20.
Well, backs Camdenton up to the 20-yard line after the penalty was assessed. 19 seconds left to play here in the third quarter, being brought to you by Camden on the Lake. Machino goes to the shotgun, sends trips out wide, not real wide, to the short side of the field. Now brings a man in motion. That's Carter Butts. Butts will block. Now he's looking downfield. Got wide a man open.
Oh.
In and out of the intended receiver's hands. Brody Reese. Boy, Reese that was a good ball.
It was a good ball for the last moment. Number 5 on the Pirates. I'm not sure who that is, but he stuck his hand up and he broke up that pass. It was good defense.
2nd down 10. Stops the clock at 9 seconds.
The route was there. The pass was there. Just good defense.
Reese was open.
Yep.
Defender made up a lot of ground there at the end. Machino keeps it himself on the left side. Brought down at the 20-yard line. No gain on the carry. And it's 3rd down and 10. Welcome back to Camdenton, Missouri. Denny Bunny, Steve Schneider. That was the end of the fourth quarter, Steve. 36-13. Lakers facing a 3rd down and 10.
Yep.
Ball at their own 20-yard line. They got to get some positive yards here.
I gave him 3rd and 9. Okay, I gave Machino a yard on that last play, and look at where they spot. So still need to convert that. We need to keep moving this ball down the field.
Machino goes to the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Machino flushed out of the pocket, in trouble inside the 10, down at the 6-yard line. And now the Lakers in a must-punt situation. You got to pick up those blitzes. They got to leave a D-back or a halfback back there to kind of block or at least chip block them and then release and become a receiver.
Loss of 12 on that play. That's not what we wrote up on the chalkboard. And so this is going to be an interesting play. Punting has not worked very well for the Lakers tonight.
2 block punts. Machino is also the punter. He was practicing at halftime, taking the snap and just quick punting it. This one right into the line of scrimmage. Branson falls on it at the 1-yard line. 3rd blocked punt of the night for the Branson Pirates. Well, it's snowballing, Steve.
Yeah.
It is starting to go downhill.
Well, there's something wrong with that punting formation, or Branson's got something figured out, Denny. That's unusual to get 3 punts blocked.
Well, that was a short drop.
And
it was only 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's their 3rd block punt on the night. So there's definitely something out of kilter.
Well, I'm sure they'll be watching it back tomorrow. All these games are archived on MoSportsZone.com. You can go back and watch them and figure it out for yourself. Do a little armchair quarterbacking yourself and figure out what's breaking down on these special teams for the Camdenton Lakers tonight. Pastrana up to the line of scrimmage, and this time he hands off to Quigg, but there's a flag on the play. Illegal procedure against Branson. That'll back him up 5. Can't believe Pastrana didn't keep it himself again. All 4 scores, or 5 scores, excuse me. What do they got now?
Well, they got 4 offensive scores and then the 1 kickoff return.
Right.
So, but all 4 offensive scores have been 1-yard runs. Could have been a 5th.
Pastrana under center now. 1st down, goal to go from the 7. And Pastrana into the end zone once again. Touchdown, Branson. Boy, he just follows Quigg. Quigg, first of all, draws a lot of attention. A lot of people try and tackle Quigg, and he just follows him. Stays behind him until he kind of clears it out. And then scampers into the end zone. Makes it 42-13. So my question to you, Steve, is how good is Harrison, Arkansas, to beat this Branson Pirate team?
They got to be good, or Branson had a really off day. Oh, there you go.
Blocked by the Lakers, so the extra point attempt, no good. Score stays at 42-13 with 11:01 left. The Lakers will be receiving the kickoff when we return. Right here on Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
KLOZ Eldon.
Take a break and make your escape to the hidden gem of the lake, Old Kinderhook. Golf the finest course and dine at the best restaurant, the Trophy Room. Happy hour is 3 to 6. Enjoy prime rib Friday and Saturday. They've got a wine list that matches its cuisine and spa for your golf swing. Old Kinderhook invites you to escape today. Come stay and play for a weekend. A proud supporter of your Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook. This is Camdenton Lakers Football. Here's the call of the game on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back to Bob Shore Stadium. Denny Bunny, Steve Schneider with another scoring recap.
You know, this time after the block punt, Branson on the 1-yard line, they did have a penalty, so it took 6 yards this time for Pastrana to go in for his 5th touchdown of the night. Extra point was blocked, so it puts our score at 42-13 in favor of the Pirates.
Weber to kick off for Branson. Deep men for the Lakers, staying at about the 10-yard line, and goes off the fingertips into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. That ball got away from Elijah Southwick back there, Steve. Southwick went back to retrieve the football, and it went off his shoulder pad into the end zone. So Lakers actually got a break on this, getting the ball at the 20-yard line, because Branson was all over him. Fourth quarter action being brought to you by the Motor Hut in Camdenton. Putt to the Motor Hut. All those great steel products they've got down there. If you haven't got one of these electric blowers or trimmers, you got to get one. And about a yard on the carry. They've got electric everything. I got an electric chainsaw there. Man, the thing works good. You wouldn't think it's just like a limb trimmer. Well, the thing really works good.
I tell you what, I took my electric down there for them to just trim it up, even though it's not gas powered.
Mm-hmm.
They swapped the chain out for me. They did everything, got cleaned up. That thing cuts hot knife through butter.
Second down and 9 now for the Camdenton Lakers from the 21-yard line.
Kind of messes with my pancakes when I do that, but, it's still.
Of course it does. Wife's got a little cleanup after that, doesn't she? Machino, hands off right side, ball's loose on the ground. Machino falls on it back at the 15, and it's a loss of 6 on the misconnect. Got a lot of players here that don't normally see that many handoffs and get that much time. That was Braden Burns on the handoff, just couldn't connect. So it's third down and 15 for the Lakers, back at their own 15-yard line. What's scary, Steve, is they might have to punt.
Yeah, it's game's getting a little bit out of control, Denny. Love to get this conversion, get a nice pass, run a good route, pick up that 15 yards or better.
Machino goes to the shotgun, trips to the right side of the field.
Good block.
Looking deep, got a man open, Ralph. Oh, his fingertips at the 35. In stride, ball came down right on his fingertips, and that could have been 6.
He had it, then he had a step on his man and landed right in his hands and just dropped it.
Boy, great throw from Machino. That was money.
It was a great block. I don't know who threw the block, but they picked it up there because he was getting blitzed. It would have been on the left side, Denny, but that was a great block pickup to allow Machino to get that extra half a second to launch the ball.
All right, fourth down, 15. Lakers forced to punt. Machino, the punter, is also the quarterback, takes a 5-yard drop, and a flag flies from the secondary. No time left on the clock, too much time against Camdenton. Play clock ran out. So they'll try it again from the 10-yard line. Even more dangerous. Machino will set up at about the 3 or 4, so it's about a 6-yard drop for him this time. Now he inches up toward the 5-yard line. And Machino's going to run it out of the end zone, looking for a block across the 20, 25, 30. First down, Lakers.
Wow.
Great individual effort by Machino as everybody went to the right side of the field to check the trip wideouts to the right. Machino fakes it and goes left. All by himself, a nice 20-yard run by Machino for the first down.
4th and 20 from your own 10. Now that's a game situation that you even go for it. But for Machino to get that, what an individual effort. Had some great blocks, too.
Needed something to go right for the Camdenton Lakers. Machino, deep pitch. On the right side. Trying to work his way through. Try to just close. There's too much going on out there. Too good a pursuit. Butts picks up maybe a yard or 2 on the carry, but there was just way too much pursuit by the Branson Pirates. if you hesitate, if you stutter step at all, they fill in the holes. They fill in the gaps, and
It's
there's not a lot
hard
of
to get
room.
to the outside. It really is. So, where we've had some successes right up through the middle.
Moberly's up on Osage, 35-21. Wasn't anticipating that score.
No.
Eldon, 55. Versailles, nothing around the lake area. Machino to throw. Got a man open. Strike. And it's another first down. I like this passing game a little bit, Steve.
Yep.
Let Machino go ahead and throw it. If he gets bottled up, let him run the ball. That was Southwick on the reception. And a first down. Brought to you by Pacific Pools. Moves the chains out to the 46-yard line. Stay in the shotgun. Machino talking to Routh. Trying to get him set. Make sure he's on the same page. Heron out there with him as a wideout. Machino wants to pass. Here's where he can hurt you. Throws it down. It takes it down himself. Still on his feet down to the 30-yard line, but there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Machino helmet-to-helmet contact at the end of that run. Looks like he's getting up a little bit loose.
Took that hit for nothing, really. And he's a little slow getting back across. Denny,
Well, you could hear the
he
helmets.
felt that one, yeah.
You could hear the helmets hit up here. Now he's limping a little bit.
Yeah, he might have to come out of the game. Oh, that's a shame. A good.
Yeah, he doesn't
good,
need to
hard
stay in the game. He's going back to the huddle, but you got to pull him here, Steve.
Let's see what coach is doing.
Tough kid. Parpitz is watching him very closely from the sideline, but Machino is just a gamer. He's not giving up. Out of the shotgun, Machino. Looking to throw, in trouble, tripped up, now eludes a tackler, still on his feet to the 35-yard line. That's a tough scramble to get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down 20. Well, Machino limping noticeably is going to come out of the game for a play or two here. He's not right, Steve.
No.
And Coach Pitt says you're done. Take your helmet off. So we've got a new quarterback for the Lakers. Handoff straight up the gut. Probably not going to be anything too fancy. Quentin Knipp comes into the ball game and hands off to Braden Burns. Check that, Jaden Hodge on the carry. 3rd down and 20. Down to 6 minutes left in the ball game. Keep in mind, Machino's also your punter, and you're facing that situation if you don't put something together here. Hey, Quentin Knipp can throw the ball. Don't count him out. Trips to the near side of the field. And Knipp wants to throw. In trouble and sacked back at the 27-yard line. A loss of about 8 on the play. And it'll bring up 4th down and forever. $30. 29. 4th down and 29. So Knipp comes out. And we've got a new punter into the ball game. High snap, and he gets this one away. Decent punt.
Nice
bounces at about the 47. Takes a Laker bounce down inside the 40. Still rolling to the 36-yard line. Just getting that punt off makes you feel better, doesn't it?
I think that's the first one tonight that hasn't been blocked, Denny.
So Branson gets the ball back with 4:49 left to play. They lead this one 42-13. Branson still go no huddle, or do they huddle a little bit? Being this far ahead, this late in the game?
I just use up the clock, yeah.
Got some fresh jerseys on the field now. As Machino had to come out, he's also a D-back, so they substituted defensively as well. Handoff left side through the line of scrimmage, power running, pickup of 7 or 8 for Branson.
Noah McCright
on the carry that time, good for 7. Boy, they just keep throwing new people at you, don't they?
Well, yeah, they're putting in some of the JV kids.
But, I mean, equally as strong. It's pretty impressive by Branson. This penalty is going to be assessed against Branson. That'll back them up to the 32-yard line. So it'll be first down and 15. 4:41 left to play in this one. Up to the line of scrimmage. And Branson with a little reverse handoff, right side, good running. And again, same running back, looks like the other one, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Noah McCright, just a sophomore, 5'10", 170. And he fills in nicely for the starting running back, Quigg. So McCright picks up 12 on that carry. His second down and 2. 13 on the carry, excuse me. On second down and 2, man goes in motion. Left side, and again McCright on the carry. McCright very close to the first down marker, but I don't think he got it. Stopped short at the 46. Fourth quarter is being brought to you by the Motor Hut. We get to talking about all those electrical chainsaws and weed eaters and blowers. Boy, they make it easy, don't they? No more running to get gas and mix the oil and all that. Yep. I still got a couple of those, too. I like those steels as well, but it sure makes it easy. Man goes in motion, and a quarterback keeper flags fly. A little bit out of sync
the right
here
side
with the second
took off
group.
a little bit early. Yep.
And it's going to go against Branson. Down to 3:11 left in the ball game. Branson's on top all over Camdenton Lakers, 42-13. So it brings up a third down and 7 for Branson. This is Hayden Wilson at quarterback now. Comes up under center, much like Pastrana. Squats down real low so you can't really see what's going on underneath. Takes a snap, keeps it himself, left side, and push forward for a gain of about 3. Lakers actually kind of helped him pick up positive yards. He was stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Down to 2:35, third down and 2 to go. Check that, fourth down. So on 4th and 2, be nice if the Lakers got a stop here, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't mind it at all. If nothing else, you're playing for pride.
Yeah.
Put another score up.
2:15 left to play. Branson methodically matriculating downfield, as you say. And this time, quarterback keeper's got the first down, steps back inside, almost broke a tackle down at the 45-yard line, but it's enough for the first down. Wilson on a nice keeper, drug down from behind. Clock stops at 2 minutes while they reset the chains. And another first down for the Branson Pirates. They get a bunch of those tonight, don't they?
Yes, they do, Denny. Now it's just running down clock.
Yeah, that's
Branson's
all they're
got the
doing.
game
They're
slowed
just gonna
down.
Milk it. keep everything in tight, but if they break one loose, they do. And they hand it off left side to McCright. McCright across the 40 to the 38-yard line, a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Down to 1:24 left to play in this one. And Steve, I'm with you. They're kind of watching the play clock. It's down to 30.
Yeah.
And they just kind of look toward the sideline to see what their coach wants them to do. They're going to run a play. And with this high-octane offense, they could theoretically score at any time if somebody gets loose. Wilson under center. Hands off right side. And another first down at the 30-yard line. That's McCright on the carry. Stops the clock at 49 seconds left. New set of downs brought to you by Pacific Pools. So on first down and 10 from the 30, they're probably going to run this play and one more. Wilson under center. Takes a knee.
Yeah.
A couple of the Lakers unaware that that was probably the last play of the game, and it will be.
Yep.
Final score here from Bob Shore Stadium. Branson Pirates 42, Camdenton Lakers 13. We'll wrap it up with a post-game show. Coming up next.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, it is. It's been a long night. Back in a moment. This is Mix 92.7 Sports and MoSportsZone.com.
Where there's smoke, there's barbecue. Hi, I'm Greg Dierberg. You heard that right. No liquid smoke flavor at Dierberg's. It's all smoke fresh with apple and cherry wood at each one of our stores. From brisket and wings to my personal favorite, smoked salmon. If you can smoke it, Bob's Barbecue has it. It's time to rethink your BBQ and try something truly extraordinary. Stop by and see what's smoking today. It's fresh, it's friendly, and for slow smoke barbecue, it's Dierberg's.
Big hits belong on the field, not your car. When life throws you a hard tackle, High Tech Collision and Auto Body is your MVP for complete collision repair. You've seen the big yellow trucks. Now remember, they fix your vehicles too. Fast, friendly, and hassle-free. Experience the high-tech difference in person, online, or call 348-9070. Proud supporters of the Lake community, Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. Go Lakers! Go Indians! Go High Tech!
Be ready for tax season with LOZ Tax and Accounting. This mom and daughter duo brings 65 years of experience to the table, proudly supporting the Camdenton Lakers and our lake community. Find them just before RP Lumber on Highway 5 North. Call 573-525-9007 to book your appointment. Look up LOZ Tax on Google. Call 573-525-9007 and trust the experts at LOZ Tax and Accounting. Go Lakers and go LOZ Tax and Accounting.
My car! Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Should have remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
Before the Lakers take the field, you know where the gear comes from. Jack's Sporting Goods. For athletics, outdoor fun, and even into the summer deals on lake toys and fishing gear. Need your team or business logo to stand out? Jack's personalized screen printing is the best in the game. And the prices will have you cheering. For 70 years, their legendary customer service has helped the lake gear up with confidence. Jack's Sporting Goods, Highway 54 in Camdenton. TryJacksFirst.com. And remember, try Jack's first.
No pressure, low prices.
Hi, this is Jason at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton. I want to tell you about our award-winning collision repair department. We can repair any make or model and make it look like new. Our staff is second to none and works hard to get you back on the road as fast as possible. We offer free transportation for your convenience and peace of mind during the repair. Come see us today for all of your collision repair needs at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton.
No pressure, low prices. That's the way we do it. Shop Hewlett. ShopHewlett.com.
I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game. In my book, we're going to be winners. He is gone.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's the Camdenton Lakers postgame show on your Lakers hometown radio station, Mix 92.7.
Welcome back, everybody, to post-game coverage between Camdenton and Branson. I'm Denny Bunny, Steve Schneider. Sean Machino's down on the field. We'll have an interview with Par Pitts, the head coach of the Lakers, forthcoming. Got a little hardware to hand out, Steve, and it's kind of a tough one tonight. It is. I look at the play again of Diaz-Rios and Paul Muff on that defensive line, making some big stops out there, and it was a joint effort.
Yeah.
So I think really it's one of the better things that we saw tonight was that defensive line. In the first quarter, I thought the Hogs did a really nice job on that offensive line, breaking out and making some holes for the running backs. But, boy, after that, Branson kind of took over. But we've got an injury report brought to you by Lake Regional Hospital tonight, and that's probably got to go with Machino, who came out of the game late, limped to the sideline. But, you know, they're kids. They're going to bounce back from that, and I think he's going to be fine after a weekend to kind of recoup. He took some shots tonight. Boy, I don't know how many.
Well,
be interesting to count.
And credit Machino because he wanted to stay in the game, but Coach, did the right thing and pulled him out, given the score and the game situation. We don't want to get it hurt any further than he already did. But it looked like he had his bell rung pretty hard and maybe twisted a little bit on one of his legs. But, like I said, I look for him to be back next week.
Lumberjack hit of the game for the Camdenton Lakers. Who'd you like?
I tell you what, there was quite a few in there. I like the block, but that's not really the hit of the game.
Right.
That's offense. But there was a key block on the play. The Machino threw it way downfield. The pass ultimately dropped, but he was even able to get that away because of the block. But you could pick. Take your pick, Denny. It's something that we didn't have a lot of big hits. There weren't, like last week we had the 6 or 7 tackles for loss.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have any of those really to speak of today. I'm scrolling back through the stat lines, and there were no tackles for loss, no sacks. Well, I'll take that back. They had one where they lost 15 yards on a play. And I can't remember who got through there to get that, but
Trusted Choice Player of the Game brought to you by Mills & Sons Insurance, and I think we're in agreement. Machino had a great night. He did all he could.
Yeah, he sure did. I mean, that first quarter drive, 12-minute drive first quarter, a lot of that was individual effort by Machino, especially that scramble. Took at least 30 seconds, him running around the field, ended up making 5 or 6 yards, then getting them to, drawing them off sides to get it even closer and then converting it on the fourth down. So, that's one for the books. A first quarter, single drive takes up the entire first quarter, and we score a touchdown.
Well, think about
with the clock expiring.
Think about how many years Coach Sean Machino has been doing Camden. He's never seen that.
Never seen it before. You and I.
An entire quarter.
I mean, we talked about it there. 19 years. You and I have been doing this together between Osage and Camdenton. I've never seen it. And so, it was singularly impressive. Machino was there. And then throughout the game, we go into halftime, we're only down by 7. And they get opening kickoff in the third quarter. They run it back for a touchdown, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. So, but the boys didn't quit. They were in there, and Machino was the leader that he is. He kept the boys in the game, still, punching away and doing their best. So, give it to Machino.
Coach Machino standing by down on the field with Par Pitts, the head coach of the Camdenton Lakers. Sean, go ahead.
All right, Coach. Tough night. It seemed to get away from us in the second half a little bit. I thought the first half looked good. That first quarter, I don't think I've ever seen that out of a varsity football game where a team was able to take all 12 minutes and go down and score with whatever 0-0 or even
time left. That was good. I mean, we even had to overcome some motion penalties and some of those things. We didn't have the big penalties, but our guys were dialed in, just did a great job of executing. Michael did some really good things, scrambling and making some plays, and so it was a good first quarter. You probably couldn't have drawn it up any better, but I was happy with the way we did. And then, second quarter, we're in there. We're doing what we need to do, and we did a poor job of preparing ourselves in special teams. Had to scramble late as we were going, and we didn't execute. And that's on me. We're going to do a better job of it. But that is it's really hard to win a game when you get one punt block, let alone three.
Yes, yeah, and that's true. And and that's something that you got to put time into. And and I know you and I both coaching together. I did special teams, and I just begging Jeff, okay, I just this much time, and so on and so forth. And it's just time, that you got to put in, but it's early in the season. That's one of the things that tends to get put back a little bit, and and as time goes on, we you guys are, I know we're going to shore that stuff up. We go to Sedalia next week, right? And that. That's one of those games that we look at that, I mean, it's I don't want to say a winnable game, but, it's going to be good competition. It's going to be our first away game and everything else. What are we going to do to get the guys ready?
Well, we got to get healthy. It's just a physical game. A lot. They ran the ball a ton, big, aggressive offensive line. So we got to get healthy, get ourselves in a good game plan, and just continue to get back. And actually think about it. When position varsity, you got to be focused on the ball play. A little bit is important, and that did tonight. Now, that's what it is. That's what
Hey, we'll see you next week, Coach. You guys in the box.
Sporting Goods, we appreciate our sponsors. And, hey, want to thank Papo's Pizzeria in Camdenton for having MoSportsZone on. I mean, they've got the Chiefs and the Camdenton Lakers on tonight. Chiefs and the Osage Indians on at their Osage Beach location. So if you can't make it to the game, you're looking for something to eat, let's do something. And
if you don't want to make the trip up to
out.
Sedalia, you want everybody to come up and support the Lakers up in Sedalia next week. But if you can't make it, go to Papo's. Support them out there.
That's going to wrap it up for us tonight here from Camdenton High School, Bob Shore Stadium. I'm Denny Benny. For Sandra back at the studios, thank you so much. Annie, Ricky Smith, our producer, camera girl, camera lady, I guess I should say. And Steve Schneider.
Camera got us. Okay.
Yes, she is. She's the best. We appreciate them being here each and every week as we go on the road. We're probably the only ones, I know we're the only ones, that are going to have every Camdenton Laker football game for you tonight, or throughout the year, that we're going to broadcast on the road and at home. So please join us. Tell your friends. It's MoSportsZone.com. There's an app you can download on your phone. Take it with you. It's on YouTube TV, Facebook, a lot of places. So you'll find us soon enough. We're going to have the games for you all year long right here on MoSportsZone.com.